Hey everyone, welcome back to the All Music Matters and That podcast. I'm your host, Brian. And today I welcome some special guests, and by special we put that in quotation marks because your band is apparently Truckstop Dickpill, and these boys are hailing from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, sir.
and just to fill everybody in with the names, here we go. So here's the names. We got Crack Burton.
Hey.
Okay. Then we got Mikey Newblood. Mikey.
I like him.
And then we got Ronnie $5.
Hey.
Thank you, holla. Hey, yo.
Holla. All right. And then Master Bateman.
So. Twice today.
All right. I like it.
What's your record?
Yeah.
5. That's it?
Yeah, but I have very limited. Those are rookie numbers.
I know, I did like 12. Yeah, but I did that in 10 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Damn, you can do it that quick, like back to back? Oh, yeah. 5? I know myself better than anyone. That's pretty good.
Full control.
You should have led with that. Yeah, sorry. Twice today in 10 minutes. No, 5 today. 5 today in 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah. All right, anyway. Yeah.
I would say there's like a little Quagmire sort of scenario going on right now. So, right.
You'll have big jobs.
Oh, yeah. But how you boys been recently? What's new?
Well, we're preparing for our Midwest tour, which is the road to Slam Dakota. So we're playing Slam Dakota and Sioux Falls, July 11th and 12th, and kind of booked a tour around that. So we're hitting up everywhere, like Nashville, Kansas City, Wichita, Lincoln, Nebraska. Then we're doing Sioux Falls, and you got, where was Chicago? Yeah, Minnesota, Chicago, Illinois. Then you got
Detroit.
Yeah, like Melvindale, technically same thing. And then Indiana. So, and then we head back home. We get like 2 days, and then we play a show back in Knoxville. So that's gonna be pretty sick. On top of that, just jamming a lot. We've got kind of worked on a new song. We want to have something out for just the tour. Like we have like a new song, get something going, and then see where it goes from there. So yeah, just been kind of
Tell them the title for the new song.
kind of slant. No, not yet. Keep that a secret.
Icebreaker though.
I think we're gonna have a new song for tour, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So
All right. Sounds good. Can't wait to hear the new music because before I've been on here, I was checking it out too. I was checking it out on Bandcamp. The Bucky verse beatdown. So
yeah.
Did you guys release that stuff recently or?
Yeah. So we've had it for a little while, and we've been trying to like hammer it out and everything, and been slowly getting the songs out live. And actually, our last show we just played was the first time we've really played a good bit of that EP live. So it was really cool to do that. But it was written by former members, and then I wrote one of the songs, and then we kind of changed things up, with members and stuff. So that's why we got Mikey here, kind of kicked us in the nut sacks, and we were like really hinkering down and trying to make our live trying to make our live performance like exceed expectations, because you can have all the fun you want, but we needed to like be better, and we did that, I think, and we're continuing to do that. So
send you a tweet.
But yeah, Bucky versus Beatdown was like one of the first things I wrote, like a dick pill, just kind of had on the back burner until we came up with like new stuff. So that was like the first thing in line to really put out. And the songs just kind of went from there, I guess. Like as far as the concept, I was just waiting on material so I can get stuff out there,
Fair enough. Okay. But we have to do the elephant in the room right here too with the whole band name here too. So this is pretty much meant to be about Viagra or that sort of thing.
Hey, whatever you take, man, we don't judge.
Enlargement is your choice.
Yeah, it's more like, the Truckstop Dick Pills are more like the Rhino, like 9000s or whatever.
4K. That's my preferred.
They have like the Shrek Donkey ones now.
Yeah.
They're kind of cool. Like honestly,
That's a spot.
I'm gonna start collecting them because they have like holographic like art like on the thing. Like they're actually cool looking. Like our friend Landon brought one out to our show.
you, Rhino.
Because there's a band, a punk band from Atlanta called Gas Station Boner Pills, and we actually played a house show with them in Knoxville, trying to make the boner verse,
This is multiverse.
Yeah, and then we also played Donkey Dick played, so we got the Dick verse going here in Knoxville and trying to expand,
Spread the seed.
spread the seed, And he brought a Rhino 9000 like pill that he bought, and it's like a Pokemon card. Like it's highly collectible. We all signed it, like us and Gas Station Boner Pills, and it's like a one of one. That dude is not going to make any money off that, but I mean it's just a cool thing to have, So I'm like, I kind of want to like collect those, or sell them. We can get our own endorsement. Like that would be ultimate. Like,
Yeah, if you're listening, shout out Ryan.
Hey, Blue Chew Crew.
Yeah, Blue Chew Crew. Yeah, Blue Chew's great.
Any of them really.
Yeah, we're too young for Cialis, but I mean, if you want to take it, I mean,
If they'll sponsor us, though, that's cool. I'll take it.
no. So it's not even about ED particularly. It's just about getting hard. I mean, you could take it just to get harder than you normally get.
Down in the dumps.
Lose blood in
Get
the
hard.
brain. Just focus all of it. It's like
Bad day at work.
it's like steroids for you remember. Yeah.
Life lefty, Papa Rhino.
So yeah, really, it was just a working name whenever I joined the band, and then we kind of reworked the name. We thought Truckstop Dickpill is fun, and you can make a lot of themes out of that, and especially being in Tennessee, where I actually load and unload trucks like every day at work, so it's kind of cool. Like I don't talk to the truckers. I try to avoid them.
You're
But
involved in the game.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, he's in there.
it's part of my life, I would never be a trucker, but I have experience
Yeah.
around it.
That we like truck stops too. We love that.
Yeah, truck stops are sick. You can shower there. We're gonna probably hit up some on tour.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They're like, number 94, your shower is ready. You're like, yeah, it
I'll
is.
take a full pork sandwich.
We're all
Shower.
So next, it's 94.
Pork sandwich.
Yo, I got that jerky
shower.
on deck, dude.
Got that beer jerky in
Your 4-person shower is ready.
Yeah.
Heard that.
Ooh, boy.
The funny thing about Bucky versus Beatdown is kind of like, like Bucky's against truckers because they don't allow truckers at Bucky's. Like you can't pull in there at all.
The travesty.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it makes no sense.
that was one of the first comments someone made about it. They're like, Bucky's doesn't allow trucks. Like, that's why it's a Bucky versus Beatdown.
Yes.
Truckers are gonna like show up and try to fight these beavers
Truck
from
stop Bob.
different dimensions. Yeah, it's just stupid fun. But yeah, that's it's a the long story long.
The lore's there.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah.
That basically sums up how the band name came about.
Whatever the hell that was.
Like,
yeah.
you cover your eyes. So yeah.
Sorry about that.
He's like, you just answered 7 questions.
Yeah.
And I didn't even want answers
To
to.
put your mind at ease, we're here for you. No.
Yeah.
No, it's all good
Yeah,
there too. I'm gonna say this is gonna be one of those interesting interviews. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we at least got that out of the way here too. But first up, boys, over to my podcast right here. And the way this is going to work is I just want to ask you guys some questions. I want to get to know you more both as the musicians, but also as the individuals as well here too. So we're off to a good start. So let's see what else you got. Ready?
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So dude, Mikey, and then we'll just work our way down the line. Crack, and then Ronnie, and then Master. You can close it out. So Mikey, tell us what role you play in the band here, and what's your story about becoming a musician?
Okay. Well, like you said, I'm Mikey. I play guitar and pseudo bass in the band, I guess you could say.
Yeah, he gets 2 votes.
Yeah, I get 2 votes because I'm guitar and bass.
Yeah. How'd you become a guitarist, and then how'd you become a bass player?
Okay.
Overnight.
Overnight bass player.
Here I was.
So here I was trying to figure out how I split my signal. No, So I started playing guitar when I was 15. I'm 35 now, so I've been playing for about 20 years, which is kind of wild to say out loud. You know, it really ages you really funny.
Yeah.
As soon as you say it, then you
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, can I retract that?
Existential
in
grind.
your head it was like I was playing guitar when I was 15. I was playing guitar
Back in my day.
only Fender amps. Now you got these EPH 5150s.
Oh, damn.
Oh, the audacity.
No, yeah. So I started when I was 15. Because like I couldn't really focus in school, so my parents thought it would be a good idea to get me a guitar. Learned to play guitar with Metallica book. That kind of fueled my interest for like hair metal. Fuel. And I was like, man, there has to be some harder shit than this. And then that's when I discovered Iron Maiden, and I was like, man, like these guys are literally singing about Satan in like a really high pitched voice. Like that shit's wild as fuck.
Yeah.
And then I branched into high school, and then I met like my first kid in Trip Pants.
Yeah.
And he was like,
That's your first plug.
yeah. He was like, man, if you think fucking Iron Maiden's hard, check this shit out.
Wait till you hear ICP.
Yeah. I know where Jenko's.
And it was the Roadrunner United All Star
Oh, dude.
DVD, and I checked that shit out, and that's when I discovered like 3 Inches of Blood and a few other like Suffocation. That's where I heard Suffocation for the first time was their contributions to that, and like the guitarist from 3 Inches of Blood was playing like some of the nastiest shit I ever heard in my life. Like I was used to power chords, and he was playing these ugly, augmented, just yeah, it was wild.
You gotta give him the suffocation salute.
It was wild, and that's kind of what fueled my love for, I guess, like this
Nice.
Dickpill. I don't know, but yeah, and then like our bassist passed away, so
RPW.
yeah,
rest in peace,
Toby.
Lucky times.
Yeah, he passed away, I think, before you guys even got to play your first show, correct?
With
yeah.
him.
With him.
Yeah.
But he was always like at the shows, you know.
And so when I joined the project, like they were without bass, and I was like, well, do you guys want to add a member, like, or do you want to kind of just like fill the space with some crazy Frankenstein pedals into a bass cab? So I bought a Dark Glass bass cab, and I split my signal into a Electro-Harmonix pitchfork, which pitches it down. We're playing 2 octaves lower than an original bass would be, like the one single octave, just to kind of fill the space. So
Plus, it sounds cool.
yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
It makes it boom.
It fills the space.
It does
Yeah, it
too.
fills the space for sure. So that's how I became pseudo bass guitar / pseudo bass player.
He basically floats.
I guess I didn't really nail how I ended up here, but one of the members was leaving, and then I got hit up by another one of the members that were in there, and here I am. I don't know. I was trying to make it short. I'm not trying to take up too much time.
No, it was great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You did
That was gorgeous.
Yeah, that's the best.
You did great.
No, you're good. And R.I.P. I'm sorry for your loss right there, boys. So I guess, Crack, what's your story?
Our kid, when I was younger, my mom was huge into music. She was like a singer as well. So like, I've always been into music. So like, doesn't matter what it is, like pop, rap, metal. Like I didn't get into metal till I was like, I don't know, maybe 9 years old. When I got the, everybody does the Metallica thing and all that. Like, of course, I mean, that's where you start. Or like Black Sabbath, stuff like that. But once I got to middle school, it was kind of over. I think one of the first metal bands I really listened to was probably like Slipknot or Korn,
Like
honestly,
Honestly,
yeah. Well, I mean, most people are like, it's lame. It's like, I mean,
not at the time.
No.
It wasn't. It was sick.
that shit was awesome.
Heavy as hell.
Like, I obsessed. I like ADHD obsessed over Slipknot because like at the, the whatever Barnes and Noble somewhere they have like magazines, and they had one that was just Slipknot like before the album came out. It had like all the members and like their numbers and like you knew them by their. I don't know. I was just like there, and then I heard like Cannibal Corpse for the first time, and like Megadeth and Sepultura, and it just takes a life of its own from there. I mean, then you start getting to the hard stuff like Dua Lipa, you know. But no, like, so, you know, growing up and helped start the genre, like them and the Florida bands. So, yeah, it was like write stuff, and I always wrote lyrics even way before I was in a band, just because I like writing and like composition and coming up with rhyme schemes and just having fun. And then I just went from there. Like, you know, is that a bird fucking farting?
Oh.
Dude, I'm sending a tweet, dude. Chill out.
Jesus. So yeah, eventually, you know, played in bands here and there when I was in high school, and just, you know, just death metal stuff and just whatever I can get into. And, you know, these two guys, we pretty much, since I moved here, like knew each other just mutually through going to shows or friends and stuff. So we've been like on and off with projects for a long time, just jamming or in other bands. I would end up filling in on vocals, or like we would always end up back where we're trying to write stuff or play. So,
Right now, yeah.
so it's cool that, you know, now that we're here, because I was actually like, you know, before Mikey, obviously, but like the original lineup, I was like the last one to join the band. But then, you know, kind of just went the direction it went. But yeah, it's cool that you know, all of us fuckers are still here, and you know, we've all known Mikey for a long time too, playing in really good bands around here, and you know, it's just it's a good formula, you know. So we have a lot of fun. We're all goofy bitches. We just have a good time. You're silly.
You're stop.
We all have a good time. We're all, you know, not as masculine as we play off. Pretty. Yeah, we're a bunch of alphas that need dick pills.
Yeah, very.
Except for Brandon, but you know.
Yeah, he's a caveman. He created fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it honestly is cool that we're all kind of like mid-30s and have a band that this is and doing what it's doing, which is just, it's wild. So I guess other 35-year-olds are at that point where they're like, yeah, I already use dick pills, so why not listen to it, you know?
Yeah.
We are the dick pill.
That is hard.
Yeah,
But
that's hard as fuck, dude. Awesome.
yeah, always been into music, into vocals, and it's a fun, like, part of the band. I like having the whole lyrical things and coming up with stupid song names like Glory Hole Torture Chamber or, you know, Baby Matter, Big Gulp. You know, I just like, I look for that stuff when I'm listening to bands. Like, if they have a really good song title, I'm gonna check it out. Like, even if it sucks, I'm just like, the song title's sick. You know. I guess that started with Cannibal Corpse too. Like, the first 4 albums are the best song titles ever made by death metal band. So, like, you know, it kind of played off of that, and like horror movies, everything, all that jazz. But yeah, that's the story of Crack Burton and all it's cracked up to be.
Hey.
Pun intended.
Oh, man,
So, yeah. Actually, I figured there was some sort of thing with Cannibal Corpse, especially when you look back to like Tomb of the Mutilated, especially like
Yeah.
just song number
yeah.
2 in that case. So
Yeah. Like, besides Hammer
Potato?
Smash Faith, there's the Cryptic Stench. My personal favorite, Addicted to Vaginal Skin.
Yes.
One of the best song names ever made, and it's one of their best songs.
It's actually a love.
And I Come Blood, of course, you know. And, just every song on that. There's a
just
couple
say
I
it's a side
can't say.
effect
I
of the
feel
dick
like.
pill, yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
couple on here I can't say. The song Necropedophile. There's a part at the end of the song where there's like little kids playing on a playground at the end.
It's-
And I always thought it was so morbid. And I asked Chris Barnes about it once when I interviewed him, and I was like, I have to ask you, I know this is just a off the wall question, but I've always been curious. Because I don't know where the fuck else you would get that sample. are those kids like did you record that yourself and put it at the end of the song? Or like what happened? And he said, you know, he lived in like an apartment or whatever. There's always these kids outside that would make a lot of noise and piss him off and wake him up early. So he wrote that song about those kids. And the actual sample at the end is those kids. I was like, that is awesome. It's also very sadistic, but it's hilarious. That's a true artist right there. So like,
What a
people
guy.
can say what they want, but Chris Barnes is the fucking man. Dude. People can make the memes and all that stuff. But, I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
A plus.
yeah. So there's some Cannibal Corpse.
Tastefully.
Yeah, some lore, some Cannibal Orbs.
Cannibal Lorps.
Or
Yeah.
Cannabis Corpse. We talk about getting high and all that stuff.
I love Cannabis Corpse rules. Yeah, that's a landfill, the basis of municipal waste ban. Like they're really sick. I like Cannabis Corpse a lot. Blunted at birth. Beneath the grow lights that'll show ride. Like they started doing other stuff like Morbid Angel and Deicide. Like it's so good. I love it.
We would take a pot's creation. So
Yeah. Lunatic Pot's creation. Yeah, it's so funny. They're good. I love that kind of stuff. Like the wordplay. Like I thought of doing one. Oh man, I want to do like Fat Talica, where you actually have like just a bunch of fat dudes playing Metallica, and they have songs like
Oh,
what is that?
Sorry about that. Dark PA system.
Like hit the gym. So hit the lights. For whom the Taco Bell told.
that's money.
Yeah,
That's gold.
Why are we still doing this?
Yeah.
No head.
Girth and Destroy. I
Goddamn.
had other ones.
No hat, dude.
No head.
What was that? Into the Fryer. But they already have the song Dyer's Eve, Friar's Eve. I don't know. You can think of so much shit.
Yeah.
And then I had some for Slayer too, and I can't remember. I'd have to look that one up.
Raining.
There was one that was Slayer. And so, yeah, it was like that. It was like Flair. And it was all like about food. So it was like, and I can't remember the names of
Raining
it.
Spud.
Yeah, like I mean, that's so.
Oh shit!
That's
Get that out of there. You don't need that.
Yeah.
That's sure. What I have to say. So,
that's 9/10 of what we sit around and do. We just think of really funny shit about like
That's the
dicks,
thing I wanted to.
masturbation, and then we try to write
Somebody say my name.
most masturbation, and then we try to write the most ignorant thing to that.
really, comes down to it.
Yeah.
There's 4
And
dudes.
as soon as we start laughing, we're like, oh, all right, here we go.
Raining Spud, that's me.
Yeah. That's all it takes. You want to know the successful story?
South of 7-Eleven.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, if you can get 4 people in a room and then make up a song title and then they all fucking laugh, you're on the money. You're on the money. There's nothing else to
This
it.
is all we do all day.
Yeah, like he got in like a bar fight with like a Navy SEAL.
Yeah, that happened.
One of the
bathroom.
actually, he didn't win, but it was
It was He was old. Older than me.
Yeah, talking shit.
But
I don't care
it's
about
like one of the first things that I said to him, like when
I dropped a
I dropped him off, was like, I got a new name for a song, Pill Team 6. And that's we have like a list like this long of titles that we want to use.
That means endless content.
Dude, you beat an 82-year-old's ass.
Yeah. Shamelessly beat. I beat an old man.
Thank you for my service. Real page.
Yeah. I salute the flag.
I stand for the flag. I stand for the flag.
America.
Happy 4th of July. That'll do.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Put it in
And I'm a hungry avocado on the 4th of July, so that'll do.
Yes. I forgot. That's a movie I have to bring on tour because we're going to be Con Air.
Yes.
July 14th, we'll be on the road, so that's Con Air Day.
Gotta go see how they.
On July 14th.
Stop where the rabbit gets it. The month down.
Can't wait to see my daughter Casey.
She ain't never seen
They
me.
never seen me before.
It could be the best, worst accent. It's like Keanu Reeves doing a British accent. It's like the same
He
thing.
doesn't speak.
In what, Bram Stoker's?
Oh, I don't know. He's like, what'd you
I
call me?
am the Baba Yaga. I'm also Dracula. What you didn't realize.
I mean, what are we, a bunch of pansies now? So,
I love Keanu.
all right. Actually, I'll get here too. So,
How's
I
that?
think I just missed the podcast name, but
Oh no,
You
I
wanna
didn't
get
say. I had one called Phantasm Podcast, like FANTASM, and then I was doing one after that called Dynacology, which I just kind of took a break from it because then this started doing its thing, and it's just, I mean, you know how it is. Podcasting can be very, the way I was doing it, I do interviews like every day, and like. I still want to do it occasionally, but it would just, working with labels and always being asked to do interviews and stuff, hard to say no on stuff. If it's like somebody I don't know, I'm just like, nah, I'm good. But I used to not be picky and just take whatever and see if I can have some good conversation and stuff. But,
Hopefully that.
I'll pick it back up eventually once I get more free time from my free time. Or I'm not doing that. So yeah, and again,
You have a girlfriend though too.
that's
Should
true.
be some tiny stuff done on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be some fun stuff. But yeah, I appreciate you and for
Especially in the
reaching out to us and everything. So that's really cool.
Oh boy.
I appreciate that.
no worries, mate.
So we've been playing, like I said, I've been playing for about as long as he had. We've all been in different bands over the years and stuff like that. So finally, this is like the culmination of us just getting back together and just going to be ourselves and everything, and being goofy, and that's about it. I mean, really, I started with playing in a band called the Kidney Stones in high school. Check it out. MySpace days, dude. MySpace rip. That's all I'm saying. No, it's just a good time, man. We're just having a great time. I've lost my place because.
Said like a true politician.
Like a true politician.
Yeah, you're doing great.
We're just having a great
We're having a
time.
great time right here. No, it's God, I had such a better one before the computer shut off.
How'd you get into music?
No, just playing around. I got a guitar when I was 9. First song I ever learned was Free Falling,
Nice.
and now we're free balling.
Was that
Boston?
No, fucking Tom Petty.
That's Tom Petty?
Yeah.
Okay. I should.
Whoops.
This band is basically just
post.
all of us meeting in the same spot finally again, and now we got Mikey here who kind of kicked us into gear, which we love because we needed that.
Yeah.
We were on track, but we're just not completely melded together. And ever since Toby died, it was kind of a disarray. And then, when Mikey joined, we was finally able to have a place where we could all come together and sound tight. And
Toy.
like it's like
Free balling, dude.
free bowling. But yeah, that's about it, man. It's just as simple as it gets. Just here to play music and have a good time.
All right. And the master.
All right, now we're gonna go on a journey. All right, strap up. So I'm gonna take you back to a little 7-year-old Master Bateman. I was up in my dad's basement. I was chilling. There was some drums down.
really kind of sketchy.
Yeah. I was like 7, beating on the drums. I discovered this band called New Edition. All right, that changed my world. After that, started slamming on the drums with some New Edition. That song "Can You Stand the Rain"?
Oh yeah, New Edition's pretty tough.
They were hard, right?
Isn't that what Bobby Brown?
Yeah, that's also
New
my first
Edition.
erection happened as well.
Yeah.
And that around that time period.
He was like 20 years ahead of your addiction.
And then I was about 8.
New addiction.
Yeah. And this is, after the Bobby Whitney thing. We don't need to get into that, but
No, that's not. That's a sad. That's a sad.
yeah, that one. And then
We've all seen.
you can watch the movie too, but yeah, dude, the Whitney Houston movie, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the one with Kevin Costner?
No, man, that's Bodyguard or something.
It's Kevin Costner playing Bobby Brown.
Don't interrupt me, man. All right, so about 8,
It's like reverse Disney.
I was kind of chilling again, in Daddy's basement, and I discovered this thing called Boys to Men or Men to Boys or some shit like that, and that was, man, another erection.
Can you just tell it normal?
What you mean?
You did like drumline, all that bullshit.
Oh yeah, that's later though. I'm
Yeah.
talking before that. And then I would go skateboard. No, but for my background was not traditionally drumming for metal. It was more definitely like educational side. So I did drumline all the way through high school, concert band, middle school band. I was a fucking band nerd, and I got into metal though pretty early on. Honestly, as far as like when I started actually playing on a kit, like I would just kind of mess around. Chimera was a big one for me at that time period. He is Legend was a big one for me. Cannibal Corpse, Dying Fetus. I love Trey Williams. And then, I kind of met Corey like shortly after that, and Brandon shortly after that. It was just a culmination of all that. We've done a few bands, I would say probably 6 maybe.
I've done
Well,
a lot of them.
Was it Geneva Descent when we went? And then
Yeah, Geneva Descent.
Yeah, Geneva.
And then, I don't know, man, we just always remained friends and hung out. And, I've played, me and Mikey have played shows together, but in different bands. So we knew each other, so it was just it all just kind of melded together, man. We're here now, and I've enjoyed it. And New Edition rules. But
Yeah, they do.
I listened to that song last night and cried myself to sleep. But like, listen to that song again.
That's how you want to suck at your thumb, that whole deal. Be like,
Yeah,
New depression.
yeah. It takes away my anxiety.
mental health will drive you mad, dude.
And then shout out hair metal. You know what I'm saying? Hair metal's the real beat down shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so for tour, if we have any control over like the music that's playing, like while bands are, setting up or whatever, if we just have free reigns of it, I made like a dad metal playlist. So it's all just like
The good shit.
like Asia and fucking Toto, Dokken, Ozzy, like just the good stuff,
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue, Queensryche, dude. What else? I don't know. Dio's got to be on there. But, Skid Row, huge Skid Row fan.
Dude, Sebastian Bach, shout out.
Oh man, one of the best,
Yeah, what's up?
best Canadians that like ever lived, besides Rush, would be.
Ted Nugent likes us.
He did like her.
He sure did. He liked one of our posts. You didn't see that?
No.
Yeah.
It was
The Ted
It's
Nugent.
big.
What was the post?
It was the one on Deathcore Specialist.
Yeah.
What's the nuts?
There's no way.
I checked it. I double checked. I was
Yeah.
like, someone commented on it and said, Ted.
The
What's
wild
funny
man.
is that Ted Nugent liked this band. I was like, what? And I thought it was some dude named Ted Nugent. And I looked at him.
It was a guy named Ted
And I
Nugent.
clicked on it, and it was like 3 million subscribers.
For the record, fuck Ted Nugent. But that is cool.
That's what I said.
For the
That was
aesthetic.
exactly
if
what
we
I
could just
said.
play a show and he's on stage just like
Shooting,
shooting like blow up dolls or something with a bow and arrow.
Putting his penis in a stranglehold, baby.
For a special guest, the Nuge.
He's a kook, but like
Yeah.
if he likes our band, I mean that kind of fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is kind
It was
of.
probably just a cameo.
If it was him from 30 years ago, that would have been like really cool.
Yeah.
But,
Maybe it is him from 30 years ago.
yeah, maybe it's the Bucky verse.
Yeah.
do it back in time, that'll do.
But yeah, we have a dad rock metal playlist. Like, it's like it's important to, especially when we're about to tour. I listen to so much other music than metal. Like,
New Edition.
and he kind of has the same sentiment about it. Like, just to listen to other shit. And like, I like other shit almost more than metal. Like, just on my off time, like I want to hear some like hard, heavy shit, but we're gonna be on the road and stuff, I made just like, it's just a bunch of hair metal and like fucking dad rock and just stuff to jam to and like
Backstreet
Maybe
Boys.
slip a little India in there, you know?
and yeah, I mean why not?
For
I
singing
mean,
time.
I'm in you.
but yeah, NXS, you know.
Hell yeah, Shout out Michael Hutchins.
I don't know,
NSY.
Danger, like Night Ranger, you know, just whatever, like pretty much like county fair bands, you know.
Hell
Taylor
yeah.
Swift.
Night Ranger.
Yeah, man.
Pat Benatar.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know,
Oh yeah, I'm a Swiftie.
just
Just
the hits.
Yeah.
Mainly the hits. So yeah, we make it
Yeah,
work.
exactly. Yeah. So you gotta have that balance where you just listen to other shit.
yeah, Billboard Top 40.
Twisted Sister. Come on. Let's
I mean,
go.
D. Snyder kind of gave it
Scorpions.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hell yeah.
man. Bad Company.
I'm just us, 1, 2, 3. I'm part of my fantasy.
That's good stuff. Fucking Paul Rogers rules. He played with Queen. How cool is that?
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
He's not Freddie Mercury or anything, but I mean, he knows about the gestures 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Freddie would have gave him that lip, been like,
Don Felder, you know, like the heavy metal song.
what?
oh, like the
song from the
Oh, yeah,
movie
yeah, yeah,
Metal.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
No rock
You
and
know-
roll fantasy going on right now. So yeah.
Yeah. You know this. Here's how I can connect with them sometimes. When they talk about the dad rock.
Sometimes.
So you know the cheesing episode of South Park
Yeah.
where like Kenny gets addicted to like cat piss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the cats piss on him, and they do like the heavy metal parody of the movie Heavy Metal, and they have the same like Don Felder theme from it, where it's like take a ride on heavy metal. It's like dun 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 dun. And you see him like the boobies or whatever. He's like, look at my daughter's awesome boobies. Yeah, that's the heavy metal song. But yeah, Don Felder was in the Eagles or whatever.
Hell yeah.
You can tell we're having a good time. So
Yeah.
Dude, Eagles are sick.
Yeah, I gotta put
Okay.
Eagles on the playlist. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had some Eagles.
I tried that.
California.
So, Loverboy. Loverboy too.
You said Quiet Riot.
Quiet Riot.
That's the one. That's
Is there anything else about your story, or is that it?
Yeah, and I'm gonna be real. Boy bands are the shit. But yeah, that's it.
That you did.
The Millennium Tour. That was my first concert. That was the shit. That was Backstreet Boys.
That would be sick.
Oh yeah, boy. Let me tell
It
you.
was lit.
You talk about a show, boy. The moves,
Right
the
up
juice.
front, smelling that.
Those
gooch.
boys were backstreet.
Yeah.
They were from the.
They was right on Front
the
Street when I was
back
looking
street.
at
You would think they would be out of sync? No, man.
No.
In sync.
Oh my boy.
And it was
Thank you.
98
Yeah, I was
degrees
gonna
in the
say
middle.
And it was, yeah.
you're totally in synced.
Yeah, but I hate metal, so
And then all of a sudden you were the new kids on the phone. You know what I mean?
they
They
convinced.
were
They
step by
told.
step, smacking you around like crisscross.
Yeah, they actually told me we were starting a
just
pop
boys
band.
to
I
men.
show up and had to play metal drums again. I'm pissed. So
But
get away.
actually, I did want to kind of delve in more to the history of Truckstop Dickpill. So I guess, Crack, were you the one that kind of initially formed it, and then I guess how'd you meet all the rest of the members of the band?
So I was actually the last one to join. So started out with my friends Chris and Kyle, Brandon, and masturbating, and they were like, "We need a vocalist, so come on out and try it out."
For our pop band, and then
And they didn't really have like, they kind of had like a name floating around, and then once they presented me with the name, which was like almost like gas station boner pill, so I like looked it up, and there was already a band which we are really good friends with now, which is crazy.
Yeah, they said when's practice.
So then I suggested like Truckstop Dickpill. Like we all were brainstorming and group chat shit. But then once I joined, I don't know, it's kind of a blur, to be honest. Like it just all happened as it happened. Like
It's only been, what, 9 months?
I'm like a social hoe, so like I made like the Instagram for it,
Yeah, but it's on the
Facebook
hoe.
page, and the TikTok and all that, and I just started, posting on there all the time, posting on like practice videos and, promoting the music once we got that recorded, and like just kind of took a life of its own from there, just throwing it out there everywhere, making friends and with other bands from around the country who fucked with us, and a lot of good people. One of the first people I really connected with our band was Butthole Ectomy. So
Shout out Butthole Ectomy.
yeah, they're homies. They're from like Nashville, Arizona. They're from everywhere. But that's like one of the first people we really like started talking to and like throwing our music back and forth to each other, and they're doing big things, and that's really sick. And we're hoping to do some stuff with them hopefully in the future. And then Cordyceps Corpse will be the other one, and she's great. She was on the Christmas EP we did, Yule Log Truck. She got vocals on that, so it's pretty sick. Yeah, it's about the Final Destination, log truck, but Christmas version. So
Real cheery.
yeah, it was a good time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. While everyone else was writing stuff, I started writing my own shit very poorly, but tried to, because I'm not really a guitarist or anything, but I can write here and there. I got good ideas.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's been real fun.
Big idea, guy.
It's been real fun.
Yeah, so I wrote a couple of the EPs, like the Christmas one and the Hanukkah one, and just had fun with it while everyone else was coming up with material, just so we had stuff going while everyone was figuring shit out. And
I'm sorry.
yeah, it
No, get the
just kind of went from there. And then Glory Hole Torture Chamber is the song on Buckyverse that I wrote. It's like the first song I wrote that actually sounds like a real song.
It's the best song you've actually written, yeah.
Actual composition, and
Yeah.
I programmed the drums with his help, but I programmed the drums. And
Just
Yeah, that counts.
his joke is like predating Glory Hole, correct?
that was like
yes.
the first song I
Oh,
wrote.
yeah. That's like night and day.
Because we would get like hit up by people like pretty early on once we started, once we had the Hard as Fuck EP out, and people wanted to collab with us. They're wanting to do split EPs. So I was like, I actually had like the means to do that, and like other people didn't. So like I just wrote stuff just to throw out there and get people to, just get our name out there, put us on some collabs, and get us on some mixtapes, and we got on some cool stuff doing that, and I think that definitely helped, where we're at now, even if we don't really like see that, but I know that just getting the name out there from the start definitely helped. And just my whole purpose was just to like meet other bands and like support what they do, because like there's a lot of sick bands that I really like that like our band. That's just crazy to me, that they are like, hey, you guys are sick, and it's a cool camaraderie, and that's what I think the scene is all about. And we've been a part of so many different scenes over the years, especially in Knoxville. Like venues come and go, bands come and go, people come and go. So it's nice to see, like, at the age we all are, where we're at a point where we can, there's bands that we all love that like hit us up, and they're like, hey, you guys are sick. It's like a mutual thing. And that's pretty cool, So yeah, that's kind of how I. 15 minutes later, that's how I got into the band, and
That's what happens when you get.
I was saying, like, that's your cue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, to jump to the next question. Not to get serious, 'cause I know we're having some fun so far, but I guess what were you guys doing during the years of COVID, I guess, and how bad was it for you guys?
30 years ago?
No,
COVID.
How was COVID?
No.
COVID. Oh, man.
So that
All had
was
different experiences, because like we weren't even a band then. So I'll let somebody else tell us. I'm just gonna keep
going?
I mean, it was.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. What were you doing?
Like,
We all lost our minds.
I
We
was-
don't remember.
we had a handle of like Canadian Club and like watching Tiger King.
Hell yeah! I was playing drums.
My man.
In the basement.
Well, pre-COVID, like 2018, 2019, that's when the height of the band I was playing in was.
Yeah.
The last show I saw before COVID like shut down everything was you guys
Yeah.
at the Goat Gallery.
Yeah, we were doing fairly well at the time, and then 2020 hit, and I worked closely with the public, so like we had to shut down for 3 months.
Yeah.
And I wasn't working. I was sitting on my couch playing every available video game I could afford and drinking an assload of vodka,
Nice.
and that was about it. And then post, like coming back and playing shows from taking so much time off, I did a little bit of writing in between, but like I wrote songs. Like we had an album planned for release about 2 years ago where I wrote Isolation, which was centered around just being locked in my fucking house, having to DoorDash shit. Like it was a little bit more serious, I guess, like lyrically than Truckstop. Like Truckstop Dickpill is a straight fun, but it was more like a personal experience, like Isolation was, and that's what it felt like. It felt like isolation, honestly. And I almost kind of lost my love for music, and I think everybody in the band at the time did too, which led me to just taking a year off before I got approached by one of the previous members in Truckstop to join with this. And I think the main reason why I did join with it is because the simple fact is it's seriously not serious.
Yeah.
You know, like most of the time it's just like Corey will be like, yo, I got a name for a song. And I just like, I'm at the bit just waiting to hear the most ridiculous name I've ever heard,
It's
combining like penis and some object. You know?
Yeah, then we're like, how heavy can we build
And it's like,
this
okay.
shit?
Better penis and penis.
Fucking sick, yeah. He's like, this song is just going to be called Dick to Dick. I'm like, fucking docking? Oh, God. And, you know,
This is inspired with my
That's
favorite
just what it
band.
was,
This is inspired by an iHome.
that was my 2020 slash all the way up to 2025, I think.
what about yours?
I was drinking a shit ton of Jameson. I actually ended up getting a tattooed on me because I was drinking so much. This right here. Not joking. I had somebody come to my house and tattoo me in my underwear.
No,
Were they in your
Hammered as
they were
fuck.
in your underwear?
Yeah, he was wearing. Well, never mind. I don't want to get into
somebody
that
come
shit,
and
but-
tattoo me in my house in my underwear.
Yeah, like a Justin Bieber
Like,
situation.
yeah, you're gonna have to put my whiteys on from
Yeah,
yesterday.
go ahead and.
Kind of sorry. Just don't look at the back of them. I kind of wore them last.
So that's how I burned the whole stimulus check, if you know what I'm saying. And then after that, I drank more Jameson, and I played TLC, Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls, on my drums.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
And then I cried, masturbated, and then watched movies, played video games, masturbated.
I mean, this is just normal
That's
behavior.
normal. Go ahead.
So,
You're
like,
just an
and
idiot.
then I
We rinse and repeated.
He said he rinsed and repeated.
Yeah, and then I would call my friends, like, I miss you, Brandon.
He didn't even rinse, he just
He
repeated.
He called me on your
He just left it on his stomach.
It's
He's
like,
like,
I ordered Canuto, DoorDash. What do I do now?
Well, I shouldn't do it again, but
Why
you
do
know
you
what?
sound sticky?
I'm gonna do it again.
yeah, can I get a roast cheddar melt? He's
Yeah.
still got his fucking gib.
There's a pepperoni there, and there's some schmaltz
What do I
right
do
here.
now? What do
Oh
I do
shit, dude,
now?
I watched a shit ton of porn.
There's the dick cheese from yesterday.
And then after he put his headphones on, he's like, "This cannot be heard in my house." But no, that's pretty much. I missed all my friends, dude. To be real, I miss music. I miss going to shows. I missed every part of it because that was basically, it becomes kind of like a piece of your identity when you do it as much as we do. And it's just like it really sucked, like to not. You end up YouTubing live sets, and you had all these bands that were doing live stream shows and stuff. Like I remember Silverstein did one. They were one of the bands.
There
And I
was
was
a
just
while
like,
like Post Malone even did one.
Yeah,
dude.
Behemoth did.
that shit really kept me going though, kind of. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, Behemoth did a couple, like in the church.
Mhm.
I remember Metal Injection would have like
all these different musicians like collab on Zoom and just like make like a cover song, like do these like super group things, like sessions. That was really cool.
It still sucked though. Like, you know, it's like, man.
Wait, did
dude,
you all get a stimulus check?
No.
Yeah, I got both of them.
No, I did not get
I got
I got zero fucking
I got
money because I was in that car wreck before that.
Yeah.
Broke my neck, so I was out of work for 3 months.
The guy had come over, got
stimulated.
And then I come back. I was supposed to go back to work that day. My neck was fine. I was good. And then it's like basically everything was shut down at that moment. I was like, well, I guess I'm not going back to work. So it was another 3 months of me being out of work. And even like all my friends were like, yeah, I'm just getting this check in the mail. I was like,
Excuse me, what?
wait, excuse me, you're getting what in the mail?
What the hell is it?
I'm just sitting here with a bottle and like, what's in my savings? Just eating
Who's
Cheetos.
nine dingus did you suck it?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we could use some of those now if Trump's listening. 'Cause that was kind of, you know.
Yeah. Herbie get back stimulus? Is that the thing?
Yeah,
I got back something.
yeah, he is actually owed a couple.
Got
You're owed a couple,
scoliosis.
right? He's owed a couple. You go pay him out now. That's cool.
My sciatica, you know?
Not the sciatica.
My sciatica. What is he selling?
That's my Native American name. I am sciatica.
I am sciatica.
Mine's cicada.
This is the food of the
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm one of the probably few that actually loved COVID. I thought it was one of the greatest moments of my life. No, I'm dead serious. Like,
I'd say you me both, but it was most of the work from home part.
I
so.
really did. Well, my job was paying me the whole time. I was getting 32-hour checks for 3 months. Didn't have to work. But I was using my PTO, so I was like, oh, if this isn't the end of the world, I want a PTO. Wow. Well, like, I was getting paid while my friends were losing their jobs. That sucked. I felt like an asswipe.
He's like, haha,
It's
idiot.
like,
We're outside coming to Jesus.
why don't
stories,
you
eating
go to
food.
adult high school and
Lobster.
drive a forklift? I mean, it's not hard.
Corey ain't nothing but lobster and crab legs the entire fucking time.
I'm wearing a robe and drinking
No,
candy.
I went like vegan right before that, so that was bad. But it was, different.
He ordered a Hugh Hefner robe with his
Uh,
fucking initials on it.
I played Cyberpunk a lot and
Oh, yeah.
watched Star Trek, Deep Space Nine. I started doing like random just bullshit.
Never mind. I got this on top.
Like I made like stupid like raps on Audacity with like beats that I bought for like $3 and those were fun. I made like a metal meme of one of my friends, Tommy. It actually went viral to where it was on like Metal Sucks and shit. Which, it was just funny that it was just like metalheads at home or something. And he posted the picture and I made it into a meme and then it like blew up. I did a
Never
bunch
needed a
of,
hobby, so yeah.
but it was a time of like growth for me because I'm always the kind of person that like, growth. I'm the kind of person that like wears myself out socially a lot, or I used to. So like, I worked third shift at the time, so I would feel like I only had like one day to hang out with like all my friends. So sometimes I'd hang out like 4 different places in a day, like different people.
You never came and saw me, dude.
I was at your house more than anybody.
No, you weren't.
I fucking
I don't remember that.
I guarantee
yeah,
guarantee it.
I
actually know that.
but, I don't know. It was nice. It was a nice break to where you're kind of forced to have to just be alone with yourself, and like I needed that kind of. It was like a weird, morbid form of therapy, I guess that
Yeah.
I didn't ask for and wouldn't wish it on anybody else.
My wife.
But yeah, it was honestly like I wouldn't say it was a good time. It was a time of like heavy uncertainty. It was very
Lots of lobster.
kind of scary. A lot of people weren't doing okay around me and like being affected by it. But it just made me more motivated and creative because I had nowhere else to go, I guess.
You, Brandon and his beards for us.
I did a lot of interviews around that time. Like really interesting ones. Like a lot of my best interviews are during COVID because I got to talk to musicians that were stuck at home and like what their perspective was. Got a lot of bands like, I think COVID, as it hurt the music industry, I think it helped music out a lot because all kinds of bands went like viral during that time that I don't think would have if it wasn't for everyone just being home and like seeing it. It's like I think it opened up people because they were so bored. They like checked out other things. Bands popped off, even though they weren't playing shows. Like when I talk to like Steve from 200 Stab Wounds or Frozen Soul, or like a lot of those early like Maggot Stomp bands, a lot of them got signed during that time. Like 200 Stab Wounds hadn't even played a show yet, and they got signed to Metal Blade. And I think that was during COVID. Yeah, like I think COVID helped metal in a lot of ways because like I noticed since coming back from COVID, whenever shows started, I have never seen like merch lines that long, and it's still like that. It wasn't like that before. Like I think more people show up. I think more people are interested in supporting bands now than they were before. And it's like the silver lining kind of thing.
Try that out.
I think there was a lot of good that came out of it. Some people
It sucks so bad.
suffered, but I had my fair share of those. But it wasn't
It's rather quick.
for me personally. I don't think it was. It was pretty good actually for me to have that growth period of being forced to be by yourself.
I'm glad you grew. I really am.
Yeah, happy for y'all. And I got 2 stimulus checks, and
Man, I couldn't even afford it.
and I was getting a normal paycheck.
Man, I
Like,
couldn't even
nobody
afford
else I
things,
knew was
man.
getting that, and I felt so.
It was a nice little bonus.
I really feel like he did.
Because people are like, my job, it's like I can't relate to that. I hope you're.
Yeah, he was like, ha ha, idiot.
No, because a lot of my friends,
Get wrecked, nerd.
a lot of my friends are like fucking like bartenders and servers, like normal industry people.
Oh, Brandon, hey, how you doing,
But
bud?
like bars are getting shut down, and like all these places weren't getting like business anymore. So like, yeah, it was a rough time in that sense. Like, didn't affect me like personally because I didn't work at a bar or own a bar. But like,
So I opened up one in my basement.
seeing my friends go through it,
That's
and
not a
like
bar.
you couldn't really do anything. Like the uncertainty was the worst part because you didn't know what was going to happen to anybody. Like and with all the political stuff going on too, it was like really tense for everybody, and I think that was the kind of bad part about everything. But yeah, COVID was COVID.
It's good to see you guys are doing well there too. So
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
good to have you all here for the ride. But I do have to ask about the music scene in and around Knoxville, where you guys are hailing from. I guess did they lose a good amount of venues because of COVID? And I guess how's it been since they started with the restrictions?
Way after COVID, honestly.
Yeah.
That started happening.
I think it's just from like we've had a very few good spots. Like let's say if we put the new concourse on that.
Yeah.
So like there's been a venue that's just known around this area for a long time, like the International, the Concourse, like or Valerium. I can't remember what it was before.
Electric Ballroom.
Electric
Electric
Ballroom.
Ballroom before that.
But
Before
it's-
that, it was the Orpheum.
Yeah, it was all owned by like the same guy or same entity, same people, and then they finally moved to probably
The best spot they had.
probably the best spot they ever could be in. But I think like some of the shows that were coming through, and I don't think it was the metal scene.
It wasn't for sure.
They were just really disrespecting the venue. Like some of my friends worked there, and they're like, "Yo, we're having to pull like T-shirts and airplane bottles of alcohol out of our fucking toilet systems because like people are flushing like these."
A lot of it, they
things,
have like EDM nights, and they
Yeah.
have all kinds of
That's
crazy
more or
shit.
less, bro.
yeah, and they're like,
Metalheads are smart. We pregame. We drink in our fucking car.
I need to do laundry in this toilet.
We don't leave the airplane, but we drink in our cars or.
So
Dude, I had to wash my clothes somehow. They chill out.
disrespectful things like that have cost us like good venues. I'm not sure what happened with the Brickyard, but it was like a 200 to 300 cap little.
That was like home base. That
Yeah,
I mean,
it was where
guaranteed
everybody
that.
played. Like for the longest time, like it housed.
there was a
so
show
many-
every night.
Yeah, so many scenes like hardcore. You had, like some folk scene coming
We
through.
had like open mic.
Yeah, open mic.
Every
nights,
time something
things
starts
like
to thrive, it's
Yeah.
just like,
Poetry slam,
Yeah.
different slam.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
slam.
Our sound engineer actually, that's where we all met him.
Yeah.
Like that works with us on the road and works with us pretty
There
heavily.
were numerous nights where, like, the band I used to play in, and we'd show up there and be like, "Yo, is there a sound guy tonight?" They're like, "No, Morgan's off." I was like, "Is he here? Is he here? Can I pay him to stay?"
can we get
Where's
Can we
Morgan?
get a
at?
here, Morgan?
What?
Yeah.
He's actually here.
Morgan, hey, Phil.
Come say hey.
Come
Come
say
say
hello,
hey.
my dude. Get in here.
Hey, when
We got a shout out for Morgan.
Yeah, yeah. No,
She is
for real.
on tour this
Hey.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
The one
very-
and only.
Yeah, very few really good sound people in our town, and Morgan.
He's the
I
MacGyver
consider
of sound
one of them for
engineers.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, give him bubble gum and duct tape. Dude's
I will use neither one.
the one.
That's the difference.
He's like, let me actually fix this real quick.
Yeah.
He actually knows the real ways.
Yeah.
No, he keeps us bad.
But I
moving, man,
think
for real.
hitting back to like the venues, I think from what I've heard, there was like a pretty steady trend of really good venues for a good handful of years, let's say 5 to 8 years, and then they would kind of and then they would kind of just like die off.
So Knoxville has always been spotty with venues, like
like
especially
this,
like
and
local
then-
venues. So like
The highest highs and the lowest lows.
where the bands seem to like do the best, that's when the venues start to go away. And I don't know, it obviously comes down to owners and it comes down to people that, actually own the venues themselves. And like, you can't really control it. It's just the way, I guess, the economy works, I don't know. There's always been like 3 or 4 venues that like we can all do.
Then you're back to
Mostly
the
DIY stuff. There's
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 really good ones that can pull regional acts and your band can maybe open. And then there's stuff, around the area, surrounding areas like Johnson City or like Bean Station. was
Kingston.
one.
Fucking Bean Station.
Yeah.
New Market.
Yeah, New Market. Yeah. There's a bunch of them.
City, Jesus.
Almwood Gym.
Yeah.
There was always like some kind of DIY venue around, and there still is. So like that's always kept the scene going. And this is back, when
2010.
Whitechapel, A Different Breed of Killer, like those bands were around. Like they were playing those DIY venues more than like the bigger venues.
Hell, our first show in Geneva was within the ruins at a gym.
Yeah,
They already had like an
That was
entire.
Newmarket.
They already had like an album out. They were fucking doing these crazy shows,
Yeah.
and like we were in a gym with like 12 people in
Yeah.
like 2009.
Yeah, so it's kind of the same way now. Most of it's DIY. The bands put it together. So the scene's pretty strong, but it's always like
I feel like it's always resilient,
But
but
it is.
Yeah.
The scene's bigger than the
because
band.
the people want to. Yeah, it's wavy. It's always been that way. So
But I think like the Brickyard was cultivating that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they started it.
they were one of the,
Yeah.
they were one of the only ones that like I thought were.
They
just-
gave a shit.
the
always
scene
be
here
around.
cares enough where they'll make the show happen. No matter
Yeah.
where it is, no matter what.
Yeah, same.
And you have people working there that were in bands that played there too. So I mean, they were just musicians that worked there, which helps. You don't have some schmuck.
It was just a meeting
just-
place too. Like even when we
that
would,
got hired.
even when there wasn't shows, you'd see just a collective group of musicians that would be there on Tuesday night. Just
Just shoot the
Yeah,
Yeah,
shit.
we're
beers and-
talking about booking shows
yeah.
a couple of weeks there, and like
It was a hub. It was like a musician's hub.
Yeah,
It was good shit.
I said, you're surrounded by it. It helps when musicians actually. That's why the Masquerade, I think, in Atlanta will always be a thing because people that like run it are all musicians.
Yeah.
They care about the bands that play there. They book the bands so they want to see them and work with them. And there's just takes. You get like outsider people that book the stuff. They don't know what they're doing. They're just trying to like get in on some kind of scene while it's popping.
Or they're trying to pull
Or
a
those
wallet
people-
or whatever.
yeah, those-
Yeah.
it's like you're not going to pull that with the metal scene. It's not going to happen. But I mean, it's always been spotty here, but it is resilient, and there's a lot of people around here that give a shit enough to put their own money into venues and like just so bands can have a place to go, or a lot of people are nice enough to like give these bands a space to play, and it's still going.
What's that chair feel?
It's always like growing, but it's still it gets tough because a lot of
I
times,
sat in it for a long time.
unless these DIY bands and places can't like figure out a way to pull some of these like bigger bands themselves, the regional acts aren't. If you're on like a bigger venue, they normally don't book the locals to support. And Tennessee has a pretty
It's Live Nation is the
Uh,
biggest one.
yeah.
That was running shit out.
Tennessee has a pretty bad what's called a performance tax.
Yeah, so they have performance tax. It's the city of Knoxville, though. It's not
Yeah, the
necessarily
city of
Tennessee.
Knoxville. So a lot of groups will skip Knoxville and play like Nashville
Entertainment tax.
or
is what I
Atlanta.
call it.
Yeah, entertainment tax, and it's like I think one of the highest in the country is here. It might be one of the only ones there is because I've never even heard of it.
No, most bands avoid Knoxville. Like
Well, now we have that, liquor by the drink tax, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
So, other than that, the scene itself, like locally, is great. You know, people show up. They're always pretty rowdy crowds. Everybody's like helping other people, like book shows, find bands. Like it's a pretty good, you know, group effort where everybody supports everybody. So that
That's good to hear. So
Spotsville.
Yeah.
Something worked out too. So I did the entertainment tax. That's actually the first time I actually heard of something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Same here.
It's crazy.
I mean, you hear about a gas tax, for instance, too, but at least that makes sense. So
Yeah.
We try to tax everything we can.
Oh, you guys showed up. That's an extra $1,000.
the shut up tax, that whole deal.
Yeah. We're here. Oh,
Oh, you want to open the show? Well,
Yeah.
we're Live Nation, and we said, fuck you.
That does come out of your guarantee, unfortunately.
yeah.
Not included.
All right. But are you guys pretty much do it yourself when it comes to like the sound you guys made for the Bucky verse? I guess did you guys DIY it or did you go to a studio?
No, we did it ourselves as far as the writing. Production wise, we have an engineer, Jacob Potter, who does the masters and all that in the mix.
Yeah, so we kind of recorded all over the place. Mostly we tracked, I guess we did most of it at my place and just tracked it and then sent it over. And Jacob at Dungeon Crawl Studios did his magic and makes it sound like it does. I mean, it sounds great. And it sounded okay, you know, whenever we did it. But definitely it sounds a million times better. But yeah, we did DIY it for the most part. Like we did the pre-production.
With the old
just
lineup, it was kind of hard to get everyone together. When we go into what we're doing currently, we'll be kind of more retreat style, doing this here together, writing the whole thing together, not separate. We'll get it done about 3 or 4 days.
Next, where we practice now, we have a studio also. Because like I had, you know, I kind of like bought little cheaper things here and there to get something so we can have stuff to like record with, which we made it through with that and we got out of it thanks to Jacob for sure. But now we have a more comfortable practice space and studio here so we can write and track and do everything we need to all in one space. So it'll be a lot more convenient. It'll sound a lot better.
The workflow is a lot. It's changed.
It'll be a lot
Changed
less
drastically.
work for Jacob to do next time around.
Yeah.
Because we have just a more comfortable place to write and better software and just overall like on a setup for sure. It'd just be way easier this way.
All right, sounds good. But I guess while we're on that topic here too, I guess what's the gear did you guys got to make the magic happen?
Your time. All right. Oh, Michael, I think you should probably go first, bud.
This is the only thing you need to show.
This is the only thing you need to see. This is the world's smallest overdrive pedal. It's called a cicada.
Think the cricket gun from Men in Black, but
That's it, baby. That's Tone Zone
That's
right
our whole
there.
rig right there.
Yeah, that's it,
We're
actually.
we're gonna plug them. I mean, we're not sponsored, but this is
But if you guys want to, if you're watching,
this is the business right here, dude.
that thing really is crazy.
We stole it from the statue of David. It's actually it's his penis.
I thought we got it from a mouse diagram.
It is a
that was a
literal.
blast of medicine, man.
It's a literal working overdrive pedal. It sounds
No, that thing is
It's
wild.
crazy how when it does.
And I just hope they make everything possible for pedals, and you can just have the same pedal board that's that big,
We're gonna have the tiny.
and then the little tiny pedals the whole.
Tiny pedals. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to be able to pull it out of a fanny pack and just
Just
kind
make Spinal Tap with the tiny Stonehenge, but with all of our equipment.
We're trying to figure out how to make drums tiny too, but we haven't got there yet.
Oh, that's the technology that works. I think Morgan's got it on lock right now.
I guess.
Oh, I was just looking at tiny babies actually earlier. That's all.
No, that's cool. When it comes to like actual, so I'll be doing most of the pre-production for anything that's coming out in the future. What I like to do is I just use Reaper. I paid for the paid version of Reaper.
I got a peeper.
And then I do all like the pre-production guitar stuff with the Clairvoyant amp suite. I can't remember. I think it's Modern modern metal or modern musician, something like that, that came out with that. But then we'll be reamping through Kemper, going through 2 Orange 212s, and then our bass tone will be provided by an actual bass, recording in, and then reamped through a Dark Glass Microtube 500. And then, you know, we have various pedals for different things. Like you saw our world's greatest overdrive.
Yeah, which is all you need.
Which is all you need.
Well, Kemper is the main beast. That's
the Kemper is probably like the main daddy, which is just a 5150 profile with a few different effects and EQs and a bunch of like nerdy stuff I could go into for hours with. But then like the main guitars that we'll probably be using, I met a guitar luthier from the UK. His name's Matthew Kemp. He makes Kemp guitars. This is one of my customs from Kemp. I don't know how well you can. There's a bare knuckle aftermath in the bridge. Bridge only. 7-string G tuning. So that will be where like most of the guitar tone will come from. That coupled with everything else. And then for vocals, I have a few like vocal processing softwares like Gain Reduction 2 from Joey Sturgis, that sort of thing. And then a few other odd and end little like deep Reddit dive, you know, like late night, like you're one of the best VSTs for like the gnarliest metal shit. Like just a library of a bunch of stuff. I think for drums, what we're gonna do, we're gonna MIDI direct in from a Alesis command kit that I have, with a few different Easy Drummer metal profiles that I have as well. That will be all pre-production stuff, and then once we send it to Jacob, whatever he wants to do with it afterwards is, you know, pretty much fair game.
Yeah, it sounds good. So I guess Roddy, what do you play with? Do you also share the guitars with Mikey there?
Yeah, I'm using an Ibanez right now. It's a 7-string. So the Ibanez too is right.
Yeah.
Ron Yonder.
Bring on.
I got you. Bring out that sexy little boy.
He's a beaut. What I normally play on is I usually use shaker myself, but I do like this guitar a lot. It's actually Mikey's over here. Tour-wise, this is probably going to be what I use, but as far as all over the place, but
Sorry, I'm using
but other than that, I'm kind of going direct through the Scarlet right now and stuff. So mine's a little more digital, a little more laid out in the Reaper and all that stuff too. So
Yeah. So what we do for his guitar tone is we have him pretty much going directly into the laptop, running the Clairvoyant amp suite from, like I said, I think it's like modern musician, modern metal, something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But then, you know, power amp that out to Orange 212.
and it's pretty beefy.
Dude, it is an amazing amp
So
suite.
beefy,
Like,
it's crazy.
I own so many other very expensive amp suites that are just kind of like okay.
Yeah.
But like the Clairvoyant amp suite, literally all you do is plug your fucking guitar in,
And boot.
put that
Yeah.
fucking amp suite right on, and it's amazing right out the gate. A
Yeah.
little bit of, if you want to be finicky with it and just like, you can absolutely do
Which we
that.
could for sure,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
but like
and get such a cool tone out of it. But like right out the fucking gate,
Just-
that thing is
like
amazing.
nothing tweaked.
Nothing tweaked, yeah. Just put it on the fucking heavy channel and call it a goddamn day. Like,
Yeah,
it
it's
is
good to go.
amazing.
It's right there.
And it's like $70 or $80. Like, I cannot recommend it.
But that's cheap.
and there's time to
And
build
it's
more
cheap.
later, but
Yeah,
like that
it's
for now,
cheap.
that's just like the thing that's just like kind of like,
Sweet. That's crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just it works so well for right now.
Dude, and it comes with so much fun stuff.
Yeah. And it doesn't get interrupted by a
You wouldn't believe Boy, you wouldn't believe all the things it comes with. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's
Yeah.
super good
It
stuff.
is good. It is good.
Work on the salesman's pitch. So yeah.
Man, if only I could.
He's passionate.
Wait,
Hey.
you missed something. I'm just kidding.
Wait. Just,
Oh wait, there's more.
Wait,
Wait, there's more.
or just
Call now.
$59.99.
Yeah, if you call now.
Oh,
You'll double
get
your
this.
offer. You'll get
you
two
get this
suites
thing.
for the price of one.
Yeah, you get Orion.
You get
I can't go
a,
over my secrets.
Just-
They all back there.
Just play shipping and
he gets to say like stuff like that all the time.
Yeah.
Conversation.
All my shit right back there.
I was gonna say, what kind of brand of drums is that, actually, Master?
I'm running on this tour. I'm running a Tama Star Classic. I'm running. They're the maple shells and birch. Probably in the fall, I'm gonna switch and do some walnut shells. I think. Get that nut. Just a little bit deeper sound, a little bit more thick.
What about that snare, son?
The snare is a 12x7 pork pie little swiller with a 30 strand snare wire on it. And it's just a clear head. It sounds like a dodgeball hitting a second grader in the face.
That is essential for what we do. You have to have that.
It's almost like, was that completely necessary?
Yeah, and then cymbal wise,
It's accurate.
Yeah, all Zildjian. I'm always all Zildjian, but it's a mix of like some K's, some A customs. I got a Z custom Mega Bell ride, and then the sizes on the shells, and I'm running right now is a 22 on the kick, a 10, 12 on the racks, and 14 floor and 16 floor.
Actually, a special question here for a CB. Actually, first off, what mic do you use? And I guess, how did you learn to do the whole deaf growls and everything?
I have like an M audio for the like the
Interface.
yeah the interface, and then I have like a really, it's not like really budget. They're pretty nice. They're like an Amazon kind of mic, and I have two of them. I use one for podcasting. I use the other just for streaming and then recording. It did the job. It's a it has like a weird name. Some like some Chinese company. It's
It'll be a sure on the new stuff for sure.
It's and I've watched comparisons on it because I upgraded it because I had the older version of it. I can't think of the name of it, but I got the newer, like nicer, flashier one, and like comparing it to the Shure, the normal, SM57B. It's actually like for the price range, it's pretty damn close, and it was like $80. So
No, it's not.
yes, it is. Oh, it's called Finite or something like that. Finite or Finite. Finite. They make really. If you're balling on a budget and you do podcasting, and you're not going to get the industry standard.
Yeah, the 7 dB,
Exactly.
which is awesome.
Yes, it is. Get the Finite because it's like $80 and it's really good. It doesn't pick up a lot of the background noise. It's got like the canceling around it. It's a very good mic, and surprisingly, that I used it for a lot of the recording, for all the recordings I've done. It sounds pretty damn good for that, considering it's not what I should have had. But yeah, it worked very well.
That just comes from your vocal.
It's your face.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Shit sound good.
He can polish a turd and turn it into gold.
You put a lipstick on a pig and then boom.
Maybe go crazy, but you're still gonna pay top dollar.
I'll tell you.
So yeah, I really like that mic.
Quiet.
I still use it today and haven't upgraded, even though. So what mic do you use?
Oh boy.
I mean, this was more strictly for the podcast in here, but I got two of those AT100s. I think that's what they're called. The condenser mics. That's what I use for the recorded ones. I used to have one of those Shure SM57 ones, but that one malfunctioned, just for lack of a better term.
Like the best, but there's so many of them that are a lot cheaper that are really good too. Like that are almost like exactly, or just good for like the price point. And I think, it depends on what you want out of it. If you have the budget for it, by all means get a good SM. But if you don't, there's plenty of alternatives that are, equally as good. A lot of people use like Blue Yeti, or they use Rode, or is even more expensive than the SM.
No, you want the Neumann
The Rode
UH7.
mics that are way better for like
No, it-
like on the road
So
or like, you know,
I mean, that's-
actual, like if you're filming, you do road, like, you know, stuff like that. But those are really good mics too, but expensive as shit.
I'll sell it to you.
And then this one.
I need to buy 4 of them.
This is the one I practice with and the live mic. So that's a Shure SM58. Yeah, classic. That's a classic one. I've coughed on it a lot, spit on it, probably puked a little
All
from
the
my mouth.
names.
A lot of times at like shows, if they have a decent mic at a venue where you don't have to, I always want to bring my own.
We bring it
I don't.
regardless.
Yeah, I don't trust house mics because they're always like short out or some bullshit. So SM58.
That one was like, fuck you.
Usually they're
No, those were my mics. Those are
His mics are fine.
Everything in Brickyard.
Brickyard
all
never
like 40 of those mics were all my mics.
You ever run screw with those house mics?
That's how you know he's
Even the
good.
mixer was mine.
Anytime I played Brickyard was the only time I didn't have.
He's like, which mic you want to use?
Yeah, he's got a fucking plethora.
They're all out there on your deck.
What'd you say about that?
Yeah, we've been doing road production today, so we've been kind of, dialing the sets in and stuff with Morgan and trying to get everything lined up. We're only, less than 2 weeks away, I think, before we leave.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, because
One more recording for a full virtual sound check, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I'll count the days. So yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about this one, I think. And I don't know, it's been well received so far, so I hope that, it goes well.
we have some
Yeah.
really cool like lineups for shows that are just insane, honestly. Like,
Chicago's going to be fun. We get to do
I think Chicago's gonna be the best one. So like, yeah, our first show on tour is in Nashville at the Cobra. Stab, and we get to play with Gouged Out, and their vocalist did Baby Better Big Gulp, like they did a feature on that. So we get to do that live with them first show. So that's gonna be sick. They're a Tennessee band as well. And then Slam Dakota is just going to be nuts because we got like Mortar Skull, this is like legendary death metal, and like Visceral Discord, which is like one of the best brutal death metal bands of all time, and so many other bands like Cenotaph, Corruptor,
Can't wait for Cenotaph.
fucking Burrito Bowl, Burrito Owl.
Yeah.
Cryptoxic Mortality, one of my favorite bands. Like that's sick, and like so many awesome bands. And then we actually, when we're in Minnesota, we get to play with Cenotaph and Recorruptor again. So that's gonna be sick. We get to chill with
repeat of Slam Dakota.
some more Slam homies, and like Cenotaph is from Turkey, which is I love. Like I've seen them before, at, like Maryland Death Fest. So it'd be sick to actually play a show with them. Like that's cool. And then we got our boys in Gut Pile from Michigan. They're joining us on the last 3 dates of the tour. They're gonna chill with us the last 3 days. And we got Dem's Fighting Words. So Austin was the feature on Glory Hole Torture Chamber. So we get to do that live
We're doing it with him twice.
in Chicago, in their hometown, and in Knoxville, in our hometown when we come back. So that's gonna be awesome. And it's gonna be a great time. Like there's so many awesome bands we get to hang out with and share the stage with, and just I don't care how many people are there or not. I kind of do, but
I feel like we're in the stress.
I'm excited.
At
Just
least we hope so. Well, at least we hope so.
I care about the experience and just like meeting the other bands and playing and like just being on the road. I like traveling, so
I feel relieved once we're on the road. I think the preparation is and the stress of at least a month out from us doing a run is just like
it's like planning a friend's wedding.
Yeah, it's like is this going to go bad? Do you
like,
have enough? It's just everything.
And
goes
then
into
once the ceremony has begun, it's just like all of it's great. But I mean, probably have shit happen. It's normal.
Yeah.
But we got to be prepared for that. And
That tends to happen. So yeah.
sure, yeah, we got good people going with us. We got Morgan and our boy Ethan that's gonna do merch. So and they're both like really fucking go-getter, like passionate people that give a shit about what they do.
Then we're all just good friends. It's just
Yeah.
it's not a weird vibe.
And they're
There's no
willing
weird
to
situations.
they're willing to take time out of their own shit to just like go with us for the experience with us. And
Yeah.
that's fucking awesome. Like we didn't ask, they just were like
No, I want to be a part
Yeah,
of this.
like-
This is sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is this is vacation to me.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
and that's the
This is
whole
awesome.
point. Is like
exciting
it's
work.
gonna be we put in a lot of fucking work. There's still a lot of work to be done.
It never stops.
Every day we're on tour, we take it seriously, but we're gonna have a great fucking
And that's
time.
one thing about this band too. We have a great time when we're writing and when we're doing all these things. But we do take like what we're doing musically very seriously. Like we want it to be as tight as possible. And
Well,
Michael's kind of been grading that since
Yeah.
day one.
But I think overall it's gonna do a lot of good for us, like as far as just being tighter as a band and as a unit.
You
And,
shut my unit.
Go to more places,
Yeah,
like
You and me.
Fuck you.
we chose, the areas we chose. I've never been any of the Midwest or anything, so it's going to be different. And I'm stoked to check it out, see what each city's scene is all about. Everybody's got their local showing up. There's some really sick ones that I've known about. And, that's really exciting for me. Is just seeing like people do show up, how they show up,
Meeting other bands too, hanging out. That's like the best part about it. It's the experience. It's not necessarily like,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing else that's better than just hanging out with other bands and chatting. And, it's the intermittent parts. You're basically waiting all day to do this one thing.
One
you
for
know,
20,
for
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, I like traveling, so like I like going to a new place I've never been. Like, what's the good like little spot to eat? Where's your good dive bar at? Like, where's the little spots? Like, I just want to see the real shit, like the place the locals go, not the tourists.
Yeah.
Or just you look it up real quick on TripAdvisor or whatever the hell you use, and you're just like, that looks nice. I want to see the real shit, like the good
I
stuff.
want to see it with my own two eyes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Where's the local glory hole?
Yeah. So on the way to Kansas City, there is a bar called the Glory Hole Bar. So we are definitely going there. Like you have to. Yeah. I don't think it's like one of those actual glory holes. It's just called the Glory Hole Bar.
I don't think they've done it.
I don't know.
I think there was something. So
Yeah.
something must
Hey.
something must have happened, and something was filled with glory that day. So,
Yeah, it could be like a religious cult bar, glory be. I don't know. We're gonna find out. So, yeah, there's a lot of cool like names for places. If we pass by it, you got to take a picture of the road signs. There's like Uranus, Missouri. There's Dick, Michigan. There's Cumming, Minnesota.
Yeah.
There's some good towns on the way. Where you
Mount Rushmore's on the way.
That is not on the way.
Mount Flushing.
Well,
Way out of the way.
Well, we're going.
He was in band. He didn't pay attention to geography.
What is geography?
I had to, and I hated mapping.
I did go ting ding 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 ding.
Yeah, it's just taking them dodgeball.
Bam, bam.
But I want to try, the
Hey, man.
local bullshit that they want you to try. Like, God, Minnesota's famous thing is like a tater tot casserole.
Moles.
Spuds.
Yeah. Apparently that's great.
Spuds, Brandy
Sioux
Spuds.
Falls, like South Dakota has weird shit. I don't know
Ramen?
what it is.
You got a lot of that going on.
I would interject there with the whole thing with South Dakota. I've interviewed a good number of bands out of the Sioux Falls region there too. So
Yeah.
you're in good hands. You're in good hands.
I'm excited most about that because that's why we made the whole tour, was because we were accepted to do that, and it's got all like the main like things I actually want to see. Like the other stuff, it's like we're gonna find stuff to do, but like Sioux Falls, if you go a little past there, you got Deadwood, you got the Badlands, you got the Mount Rushmore. That's just gonna be a really good like sightseeing day.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to have a nice fat Sioux Falls.
Then we have a day
burger or
off
something.
during that.
There's something, whatever they got.
Yeah.
Crickets.
I don't give a shit. Give me that cricket Sunday.
I'm gonna be basically jerking my chicken. So.
Get some mountain goat.
Yeah, so.
All right, sounds good right there.
Sioux Falls Slam.
Mhm.
Super Bowl slam. All right. Something like that too. So, all right. We missed some questions here pretty good. We actually been talking for a good bit here, and just felt the odds. We actually lost connection to the phone right there because somebody did not charge it.
It was charged and then it uncharged.
Boopity boop boop.
I wasn't actively charging it during. That was a rookie mistake.
It happens.
It's all good. It's all good. Though, but
I appreciate your patience and
Thanks, man.
for having
It's
us.
okay.
Yeah, for 100%, man.
but actually, we get to do some extra fun questions right here too. So, you guys ready?
I thought we were doing that shit.
We've been having fun, but this is our extra fun.
But this is gonna be extra fun.
This is the bonus.
Is this another hour of fun?
Ting ting.
Yes.
This is the bonus round, if we want to say so.
Ting ting ting.
lightning round.
All right. But here's how we'll kick it off right here, too. So, what would you say is currently your favorite food?
Ooh, man.
I know.
Anything I can put on a tortilla.
Yeah,
That's a good
heard.
answer.
We did it up on Cinco de Mayo.
I just had a chicken
Thanks,
wrap
Michael.
today.
Anything on a
Honey
tortilla.
mustard chicken wrap.
I made
Hell
like
yeah,
put a
dude.
cheeseburger on a tortilla. Put some like put like hell yeah. Put
Hell,
like
you can put anything on that.
egg roll and
motherfucker,
fried rice on a tortilla. Put some spaghetti on a tortilla.
Cheese
Fucking
by
wrong.
itself.
Applebee's is a chicken
I've
quesadilla
done
burger.
I do whatever you can put on a tortilla. You fold it up like a burrito. It's the best.
And then you deep fry it.
And then you deep fry it.
Hey,
Damn.
queso is my shit. That's
Oh,
all
yeah.
I need.
That's my favorite.
Peruvian
Queso.
chicken.
Okay. Not to mention her name.
I mean, my favorite types of food is like Mexican, Indian, and then like Chinese.
We got to bring up that you're a grill master too. That's
Grill
got to be talked about.
I've been doing some grilling.
Yeah, you be doing it.
I've been doing it.
Yeah.
You can
Get
flip.
some
You can
dog.
flip those wings.
They flip the wings real well.
Yeah, we love glizzies too. That's man. Ooh boy.
I'm a.
Ooh.
What was the first date? Was Taco Day?
Taco.
That was Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, that shit was fucking-
Taco days. Good to mind.
He knows how to flip them burgers and all that. So, yeah, he thinking of shit.
You got the burgers.
The biggest.
This
Yeah,
is
you,
a tasty burger.
I
So,
was-
Let's just get down to brass tacks. Taco Bell feeds us like more than anything.
I mean,
Taco Bell is literally.
we need a sponsorship from Taco Bell now. So, yeah.
If we can
All right,
stick in a
wait.
bell ring
Here
for
we
Taco
go.
Bell, like sponsored.
Here's how we can make it real fun. You go. I'll go last. I guess I have to think about it. 'Cause I'm fat. The Taco Bell order. Go.
2 cheesy bean and rice burritos, chalupa supreme, and then
Ooh.
2 soft tacos.
Yes, that's
Ooh,
right.
that's a classic.
Yeah,
That's
chalupa's the way to go.
Woo!
Always chalupa.
Mm, my favorite. Okay, I'm going cheesy gordita crunch.
Absolutely.
Boom.
Gordita.
Period. Fire sauce all over that mug.
Cheesy gordita, man.
I'm gonna go. I gotta get the nachos because I want the side of nacho cheese. Periods. I'm dipping some shit in that.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
And then, dude, surprisingly, I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there: 2 potato soft tacos, the spicy.
Yeah, they're good, dude.
Can't go
And then the what's the taco with the? It's kind of like they put the nacho cheese on the soft shell, and then
The double decker.
Double
taco.
decker.
yeah, double decker taco.
I would say
There we
double decker
go. And
is
one of those.
It's like
I'm
the baby
upset.
gordita.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm upset.
I mean, I get the same thing every time. I get a grilled cheese burrito, a number 6, it's a chalupa supreme.
What's the number 6?
The chalupa, 2 chalupas with taco
Supreme is so
with beef, and then I get a double decker, and then I add on 2 bean burritos. Bob,
This man got the $100 taco
fire
Bell.
sauce,
putting the shit.
extra fire
down.
sauce, and I get 1 yellow sauce to sprinkle on it, and then I'm shitting gloriously later.
The next morning is
Yeah,
awful.
it's terrible.
Glory hole taco train. I'll fluctuate between shit, but the mainstays for sure. Definitely the cheesy gordita crunch.
Hey, man.
I get it supreme though. I put sour cream on it, and I sub the beef for black beans.
Ooh.
Ooh. The Crunch Wrap Supreme. Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Crunch Supremes are delicious.
No tomatoes, add potatoes. Tell me.
Oh,
Baby
boy.
Potatoes in there? Oh, I've actually turned on a bunch of like Taco Bell workers. Like, how have you not just shoved random shit in that Crunch Wrap?
Yeah,
They're
put
like,
fudge in
potatoes?
there,
That's
bro.
interesting. I'm gonna try that. Extra sour creams. They don't put it in.
Go ahead and add some nacho cheese.
More.
Yeah.
More. They already got the nacho cheese, but I like sour cream on like everything. More. I love the more. I like
Sugar.
sugar, water, and more. I like the Dorito Loco tacos are sick. Beefy 5-layer.
Ooh. Classic.
It's classic. Get the fucking nachos Bel Grande.
Dude, nachos are
Remember the
good.
triple XL nachos?
Yes, they had the steak nachos.
Hey, do you remember that?
We
we had
rolled
an
it.
They actually brought it back because my favorite thing ever from there was the Mexi Melts.
Oh, Mexi Melts.
And they brought them back with like that, whatever it's called, like the, I don't know, whatever.
The sauce.
They brought that back and like a few other like older items.
Oh, when they did the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Creamy jalapeno sauce. Don't fuck around.
But
with
you
that.
can always get a Mexi Melt. So what you do is you get either like a soft burrito or like a soft taco, or you can get the cheese roll-ups and you put the beef in there.
Ooh.
And you got the only real thing that's different. Just get the soft taco and with pico de gallo. That's the Mexi Melt, essential.
Hell yeah.
So that's what I always get. I gotta get 2 of them bitches.
So you got a $30 order too, and they hate you.
Jesus.
No, I use the app, so I get rewards a lot, and I use the.
They hate you too.
I get like the Lux box or the Discovery boxes, and they're like $7-8.
Those are the Discovery boxes.
Wish it came with a toy and shit. That'd be
I
dope.
know. And I don't care what, I'm not having like soda anymore, all this kind of stuff. Take
We're
a
gonna have
break.
little chihuahuas.
You have to get
Curious
Baja
about
Blast.
Yeah.
You could
Get a
have
Baja
Baja Blast always.
Nothing else to drink from there.
Always
that's
blessed.
When they started putting that shit in cans, I was like,
I don't trust people that go to
Sucks.
Taco Bell and don't get Baja Blast. I'm like,
I don't trust them.
what are you doing? I'm leaving.
They're not.
Get that
They're NPCs.
sweet nectar.
You are in Skyrim or something. I don't like you.
I bet their Subway order is not annoying.
Yeah.
Just meat, cheese, honey mustard.
Yeah, but that's why tomatoes.
Yeah. It's definitely an interesting selection there too. But I know we talked about South Park earlier. It's almost like there's a whole skit there too where they're using butters as like a test subject to do something similar to what Jared from Subway was going through. Like
Oh, yeah.
The AIDS episode.
Oh,
It
it
hurts
was,
my
yeah, it
butt,
was.
dude.
the 8th episode, yeah. So that we're probably starting into this sort of situation right here too. So
Oh, man.
all right, all great choices right there, especially with a nice little Taco Bell assortment going on right there too. So
Like I said,
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's like
I judge you based on your Taco Bell order, even though everything is great on it.
you have to.
But if you start naming off weird ass shit, that doesn't I don't know.
And if you don't get Baja Blast, you can get the fuck out.
Don't. When it comes down to it, that's the step.
I don't want to hear your order. You can get the Baja Blast.
Yeah.
If you ask them to hold anything, get out.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah. You're either adding,
Or not.
that's it.
Hold that. No, get the fuck out of my car.
Don't alter these amazing menu
How
items.
dare you?
Yeah.
You're mad.
yeah.
Just eat it.
But for the next one right here, actually, let's see what you guys got in terms of movies and TV shows. So I guess which ones would you consider your favorite?
Ooh, that's a nitty gritty right there.
I like Will and Grace a lot.
It's a great show. It
It's
really
great.
is.
Honestly, that and Frasier.
Frasier
Yeah,
rules.
dude.
One of the best late night shows ever.
Shaun of the Dead.
Great one. You are both of them put together.
Simon
Pegg, Nick Frost.
Yes, dude. I do love
$25.
Sade.
I'm sorry, Sean.
Sorry, Sean. Fucking Attack on Titan.
Nice.
Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, a little bit.
I'm a Korean.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape? I'm just kidding. No, that's actually a great movie.
That is a good. Is that the Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
You got me.
Johnny Depp.
Oh, no.
Dude,
That was his Forrest Gump,
that was his Forrest Gump.
or his radio,
Yeah.
or his Rudy,
His root.
Or whichever.
Well,
Son of Sam.
Enter the Void.
Love Island.
Great movie.
Been on that one lately, too.
Love Boat. What a show.
No,
Yeah.
Love Island's what I'm talking about. You know, on that Netflix, like, real toxic, like, dating show. Been on that.
Taxi Cab Confessions.
Because I'm like,
Oh, shit. Actually, I take everything back. Taxi Cab Confessions.
That was a good one. I watched that way too young.
and a lot of X videos. I like that side a lot.
What's the only thing available?
To use a VPN.
I do.
You pay for that.
Is that what you mean? I do.
Damn.
I want to see you, baby.
Oh, the VPN. No, I paid like $5.
Yeah, I gotta do this. You use ExpressVPN?
Yeah, sure did.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
He was the same dude.
You're the same dude.
Hey, he's a dude disguised as another dude.
He's a dude disguising another dude, playing another dude, talking to another dude.
Yeah, Tropic Thunder.
Charlie Thunder's a great.
Yeah.
I would say
That's Ben Stiller's first Oscar. Just saying.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That's a
for
thing
Happy
me.
Jack.
College kid.
Simple Jack.
Simple Jack. He's Sean Bend on Jack. Oh, fucking dude. Tucker and Dale.
Yeah. He's had a doozy.
My favorite. Yeah, World's
Yeah,
End.
World's End.
That's my favorite.
That's the Cornetto
Cornetto
trilogy.
trilogy.
Yeah.
Like my favorite movie is definitely Ghostbusters,
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
and then I'd go like Terminator, Con Air. That's the trifecta right there for me.
Aliens is up there for me.
Yeah, horror movies really like the '80s,
Slash.
'80s shit.
Jason Goes to Manhattan.
Perfect.
Jason
That boxing scene.
Takes
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Take your best shot.
Thank you.
Take your best shot.
He goes into a dumpster. Man. Yeah, the TV. I think.
Event Horizon.
Ooh, so good. Should have been. I wish they had the director's cut. It'll never happen. But
They'll never know.
it was there. I say for TV shows, like if I can pick like greatest of all time ones, you get Walker Texas Ranger. For like seriously, you got Haley Joel Osment with AIDS. What more can you love?
Oh my god.
You got no, seriously, Sopranos and Breaking Bad. I think are the two greatest shows ever made,
Dora the Explorer.
and maybe Full House.
Full of
Saved by the Bell. Dawson's Creek. Fuck.
Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven. Rule. Ally McBeal. Seriously, all the '90s shows are so good.
Yeah.
Boston Legal. Fucking. I mean, those were shows I would fall asleep to, but they were great.
Law and Order.
Yeah.
SVU.
Great.
All the Law and Orders, really.
Yeah.
Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds. Criminal Intent.
NCIS. New Orleans, Miami, San Fran.
Bridges.
Stone Cold was on an episode of that, and I loved it. It was good.
Nash.
Nash Bridges, other side, jackass. Yeah, WWE, great show. Raw, SmackDown, don't matter.
We watch it all, so yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Game of Thrones up until season 4.
up until season 4, yeah.
after the Red Wedding, you really couldn't like
Take it seriously anymore.
that. Yeah, like that. They should have ended the show.
I've been on BMF a lot lately too.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
No joke. Love that fucking show.
What are you watching? Power? Is that the other one you watch?
Yeah, Power's sick too.
Power,
yeah. Really like some gangster shit. I don't know.
Reminds you of the old days.
We don't
Yeah.
speak of that.
I play more video games than anything if I'm not watching like movies.
Wait, what are you playing right now?
Kazan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a Souls-like, so Dark Souls style video games. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
dude.
Yeah.
You die so many times it makes you want
Love it. Love it.
Get good. That'll deal. So yeah.
Good.
to.
Don't die. Get good.
Call of Duty. So
Gotta learn. So yeah.
You gotta learn, motherfucker.
yeah.
Learn how to parry, bitch.
It's
Parry
like,
this, you filthy casual.
it's parry and roll. A parry roll.
Nothing better when you do that like parry and you just see like just like hits right off that shield. Like yeah, bitch.
I love a good Souls-like.
Oh yeah, Deep Space Nine. You know, Star Trek show, the best Star Trek show, in my opinion.
Nah. First Contact. The Borg. The movie.
That sucked.
The Borg was a
Was that
shit.
Next Generation?
No, that was the
That's
original.
Sean Patrick
Yeah.
Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. Sean Patrick Flannery.
Whatever.
Boondock Saints.
Good third.
Oh yeah, Boondock Saints. There you go. That's a solid movie.
Return of the Living Dead. One of my favorite horror films. Great. I'll watch it any day.
I like Futurama.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
TV show was.
The Office.
Well, all of them are written by
Great
like-
background
Yeah,
shows.
yeah.
Futurama though, it's just be on all day. I don't give a shit. It's all good.
I own every season and every movie of Futurama.
Nice.
Yeah. That's good.
Are they still putting out new episodes, or is that just
they started
for
to.
a while, yeah.
Something like that. I'm not too sure, but all right. So for the next one right here, which ones would you say is your favorite alcoholic drinks, and what's your favorite non?
Well, we don't have to talk about that.
PBR, baby!
So on tour, we will have these, the koozies.
We're rocking.
It's to disguise your PBR with another
It says
PBR.
Knoxville Slam. Truckstop Dickpill.
That you can't read.
It's a confusion tactic.
Ooh, it's a confusion tactic. There's not a PBR.
So
in here.
PBR is
Yeah, why would we do that?
my favorite.
That's dumb.
my cheap beer.
Favorite non-alcoholic. Anything Mountain Dew, man.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
Hey,
Baja Blast.
You can double down.
Game
on
Fuel.
But that's like Tennessee too. Mountain Dew.
OG Game
that.
Fuel.
Mountain Dew is our shit.
Yeah, Mountain Dew was made originally to cut with moonshine.
Moonshine, yeah.
It's a Tennessee product. That moon pies,
Moonshine,
moonshine,
moon pies.
Moonshine New Glass.
Fireball, you know.
I love
That is
Fireball.
Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah.
Jack Daniels. I'm not a fan.
I actually don't like Fireball.
Jameson is my shit.
Tequila and tequila only.
Yeah, I'm a tequila.
The
drinker.
blender.
As I got older, tequila is the only thing that like
I'm a bourbon guy.
fucks me up, but I'm not like
Good
I
man.
don't feel sick.
Bourbon.
I can just pound that shit. I'm good.
Shout out to El Jimador.
Yo, shit, shut up.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
PBR, if you want to sponsor more events, please let us know because we're dead serious about it.
Yeah, we probably have
Please
more
make us a cooler.
empty PBR cans around us right now than there are bodies in the graveyard next to my house.
You're not, honestly, you're not
You
wrong.
can make a PBR graveyard.
There's some
Burying
things in
So
there.
burying images.
With fruit candy.
Yeah. Sorry, we're just pandering a lot.
Non-alcoholic, good old-fashioned Shirley Temple, baby.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew, a little deep.
Mountain Dew is
We can get back, yeah.
I like Dr. Pepper when it's spicy.
We're also in Tennessee. You
Can
gotta
you
have a
make
good
up some
old.
Tabasco with it for you?
You gotta have a good old sweet tea.
Sweet cheese.
I hate tea. I'm just gonna put
I like Arnold Palmer's.
Arnold Palmer's in
I mean,
there.
all bars are different.
Arnold Palmy.
Hey,
Arnold Palmy.
Arnold Palmer. You know, if you like Arnold Palmer, you need to try the Sprite tea.
They have Sprite tea.
Sprite tea's
I think I've
amazing.
tried that.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Sprite tea's amazing.
It's
I'm probably the
better
only
than
person
tea.
in this room that doesn't like
It's
tea. I think. Yep.
What?
It's
They're like
effervescent
Foster's. So.
and
It's
medicinal.
a strategy to be.
Everyone just give him a death stare right now.
We don't like Arnold.
I don't really like a tea, you know, like my
It's
very long tea, like there you go.
The Australian just came out.
Really, I'm going for a couple more rounds. Yeah.
He used to have a pet alligator and maybe get rid of it.
It's a crocodile.
Got too
No,
big, but whatever. Yeah,
it's a crocodile, Ryan.
whatever, man. You can't leave it in the bathtub forever.
Yeah, I thought I could. I can't make you.
Until you couldn't. Until you couldn't. So basically, yeah.
Yeah, it
Get
got
off his pee.
Well,
It was
We don't talk
a pinky toe, but he can still stand up.
Lucky that's all of it.
All right.
it's neither here nor there.
Brandon's a caveman. I don't know if I brought that
It's
up.
not there.
At all.
It's not here at all.
I guess so. Okay. And for the last fun questions right here, here's how I'll word it because I think it'll be pretty tough. But if you do have a favorite song of all time, in this case, you can only pick one. Feel free to share. Otherwise, list your top 3 bands you would consider your favorites of all time.
Fuck.
Man.
I hate this. Is like the worst question
That's the
ever.
worst question.
Not your fault.
It's not you.
It's just difficult. It is. It's
It's the
hard.
person that came over there.
Britney Spears hit me, baby, one more time.
Oh my god.
That's you can't argue that.
Don't
Yeah.
fucking laugh
Can't
at
argue.
me.
I mean,
Okay, and then
I mean,
production.
he wasn't to that boy. He wasn't the boy stuff there earlier too. So it would surprise
and
you if
then-
it, like Britney Spears.
Good
All right.
question.
NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
Hmm.
Ooh, suck it.
You named way more than what he asked.
He said 3.
With 3 bands and one favorite song.
Favorite song,
okay,
3
yeah.
bands. I did all of those.
That's
Favorite
rough.
song of all time.
Because mine are all going to be
Oh,
like
I know my favorite song.
weird.
Go for it. Go.
Hmm.
Don't think too
I
much.
can't. I mean, I don't know. I listen to a lot of
Modest
things.
Mouse, is that on there?
Yeah.
Fucking-
Cue the
Yeah.
Jeopardy music.
That's actually right now my favorite song. Keep that going.
That's what I was say, Morgan. Can you do the Jeopardy music right there?
Yeah. I have to say, Alice in Chains influenced me like a motherfucker. I can't help it. That's one of my favorite bands of all time.
Who?
Alice in Chains.
Yeah, you would.
That would. Favorite Alice in Chains song?
That worked out.
Besides Heaven Beside You.
Hell,
Heaven beside you.
I guess like
It would have to be 3 bands for me, and I would not be upset if it was Iron Maiden, Aborted, and the Black Dahlia Murder. I would be completely happy with like anything that those bands have put out.
Yeah.
Anything from any of them. I don't care if it's their worst shit. I'd be okay with it.
Don't
I've
have it.
listened to worse,
Yeah.
And they don't have worse.
and they don't have worse. Yeah, there's really no worse.
I mean, I would say CP is kind of like Trevor Strahan reincarnated when you look at him too. Once you look at it once, you can't unsee it now.
Together, and like one I had short hair, he had short hair. And the last one I took with him, we both had long hair. And I had a vest, he had a vest. So like we looked pretty, it was pretty cool.
That's funny.
Long lost to like brothers somewhere.
I'm gonna stand up for a second just because
Blood rushing.
no, cushion seems to
Oh, my back. Little deal.
My back.
What about a favorite song? Yeah,
Favorite song? I can't pick a favorite song.
It can be either or, but if you do have a favorite song, go ahead.
Favorite
song,
song?
shout out song, maybe. Something that you really like. Macarena.
That's what I can't. I mean, dude, anything from Iron Maiden come up on the jukebox when I've had a few in me is game on.
Oh boy,
I'm Coyote Uglying the whole walk.
I love it when you do
I
that.
know what to add to the tour playlist.
It's game on. It's game on. Close off, game on.
Fuck yeah.
All right, Alice in Chains, Faith No More. I mean, that's like my patent in general. And then,
Modest Mouse.
Trying to get him to fucking say Modest Mouse.
Well, I just figured it made sense.
I mean, honest, they're sick.
Whatever.
Top 3
Why don't you
though.
go float on somewhere?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
A wild pack of hungry dogs. I don't know. There's just so many. I can't choose. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, it's hard to.
Farting Around the House by Mr. Farts.
I'm just I was going by the bands I've listened to the most.
Busted.
I would say, yeah, busted. Shout out, going back to Bobby Brown, On Our Own by Bobby Brown. The Ghostbusters 2 theme. That's my favorite song of all time, for sure. 3 artists. It's,
Bobby Brown.
Suffocation.
Brown.
God damn. Right when I said Suffocation,
Yeah.
I'm like, now what?
Blink.
Sepultura, like the, up until Chaos AD. So get Sepultura.
I can say right now.
No, it was like all the real shit.
The last one's Norma Jean's my last one.
Norma Jean, that's
A solid one.
Norman Jean the Cherry.
I've seen them more and the Chariot. I've seen Norma Jean more than I've seen
And then I
anything.
go Kiss. Kiss is my favorite one.
Oh, yeah.
My dude. Love girl.
That's on the list. That's on the list. Song's about a dick.
Yeah.
Get it? The guy has his penis.
It's a metaphor.
I want to know. Wait, wrong.
Just a general shout out, Phil Collins rules.
I mean, dude, for
Rule.
real, he's not underrated. But he's not. He's forgotten.
No Jacket Required. It's one of the that's top 3 albums for me. There's No Jacket Required. That's like Susudio. What's that?
He's banger after banger, dude.
Susudio.
It's a studio.
Don't Call My Number.
I can't dance. I can't.
That's not
Hey,
Jacket.
That's
and we can't
still
forget
him.
about the Tarzan soundtrack.
Oh,
Dude.
Ooh, Phil Collins.
Phil Collins fucking rules. Creed, he's up there for me. Madonna. The Pulp Fiction soundtrack. All
Oh,
shit I grew up with.
Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, that's good. Honestly, Bee Gees is great.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hmm.
Bee Gees, fuck. They're really good.
The whole Grease
They actually
soundtrack.
are really good. Bee Gees were so good.
Hard.
Very
They all
good,
got
Andy
picked
good.
off like Final Destination.
They really did,
They're
though.
such a good group.
One would die, and there was just fucking Barry giving the end.
And it was like, like,
Just marry him.
Kill me. I sacrificed the soul so I can live. And then he fucking did.
We've been having a good time here too. So
Greatest song ever created is Kokomo. Suck it.
that's a good song.
Jimmy Buffett too. man.
Kokomo's not even a real fucking place. but that song's real in my heart.
They mention other places like Key Largo.
It's real up in here and here too.
I wanna take you.
To the Coke. Where the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Take me to Coke.
Bermuda, mama,
Come on, pretty mama.
That's you're singing the Muppets version.
Yeah.
Anything by the Muppets.
Muppets version.
Oh,
God
man.
tier.
Dude.
God tier.
Not too fast because Ronnie likes to take it slow.
That's where we wanna go.
We're gonna go, boom.
Okay. On G and then left.
It just becomes.
It's like you ruined the moment there, Mikey. You ruined the moment. So
The
That's all
ambient
good.
music from Donkey Kong Country.
Ooh, what about the Chocobo music?
You ever listen to that on LSD? You're good.
Skrillex.
The Resident Evil 4 save room theme is one of my favorites. I have it on vinyl record.
What are you selling?
Mine would be it's not the save room theme, it's the mansion theme, I think, from Resident Evil 2. Like
Oh,
the
shit.
piano one.
Yeah.
Like the
Way too jolly.
It's just good. Yeah, it's just good.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
soundtracks in general.
Sounds.
Soundtracks.
That's my shit.
You know about that Dung?
Brooks?
Yeah.
Brooks and Dunn is my shit.
Oh.
That is my all-time favorite band now when we're talking about it. Brooks and Dunn is the shit. Brooks and Dunn is the fucking shit.
Yeah, they are really good.
I'm sorry. No, hey, slash everything I said from the record. Brooks and Dunn. That's it. That's all.
There ain't nothing bad.
I'll take it back. I picked Brooks and Dunn. So yeah.
That's it. Slash it from there. Don't even air what I said.
When she look, when she cry, when she let me go.
There ain't nothing about you.
That was like almost, that could be a kid's
That don't
bridge
do
to
nothing
metal.
for me. Because they're so like,
That song does hit.
They're so pissed when they say they look.
There ain't nothing about you.
there ain't nothing about you.
That song's hard.
Country
That's how you
boy,
get
dog.
it.
Song
That's,
slaps.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Boy.
God.
Playlist.
Damn, boy.
Yeah.
I'm making a playlist just to get Mikey.
Yeah.
Yeah, hype.
Iron Maiden, Brooks and Dunn.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
He's
Safe
naked.
Room, Resident Evil 4.
Whoa!
Shit. Y'all gonna bring out the beast in me.
No, I'm winning that magic tournament. We're just gonna play that list.
All right.
Good job, bro.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Come on.
I was like, yeah. It's a good amount of choices right there too. But all right, all great choices there.
Thanks, man.
All right, but everyone, we got one more question left to my podcast right here. So we're almost out of time. But before we jump into it, would you guys like to ask me a question? We'll do one apiece. Would you guys like to ask me anything?
How are you?
That's so nice.
Living large, boy. Living so large.
Good one, Brady.
Bro.
It's so long someone asked me
It's always about what's the band doing, not about how's the podcast.
I know. Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
How are you?
how you doing, right?
Yeah. You want to talk about it?
Do you play music?
The life
I do music, yeah.
What are your dreams?
We got the life of Brian, yeah. That'll do. But I do my own drumming, and I do my own drum covers on my YouTube channel under my name. So
Nice.
Is it just Brian?
Brian and my last name Gribbin. So
Hell yeah. Really figured it out.
but I mainly do the stuff from like the Bolt Thrower, and then I got into a little bit.
Dude, let's go.
Hell yes.
I got a little bit of the Slayer, and then a couple of Metallica, and then I've actually got into a little bit of a Morbid Angel sort of phase now.
Yeah.
You have a favorite Morbid Angel album?
I'm feeling Altars, to be honest, there too, probably because it got a little more the thrashy side of it. So
That is.
Yeah, Altars is so fucking good. Like Chapel of Ghouls and fucking.
What are you wearing?
I like Domination.
Hey.
Nice.
All right.
That incantation?
that was Onward to Olympus.
Oh,
Like Onward to Olympus, the metalcore Onward to Olympus.
Yep.
Oh my God, they're so good! Oh,
I saw
man.
Onward 2 and that was it.
Yeah, I was.
Onward 2
I
go
used to
Gotham.
be pretty good friends with Kramer Lowe, their vocalist.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Oh, just
Hell
talk it
yeah.
up. Good lord.
Kramer Lowe, dude.
That's so sick. I listen to their albums every now and again just to relive the fucking metalcore
The
era.
glory
Yeah.
days.
Because like they were really popular from around my area in North Carolina. Like
They like
fucking-
Rise or Victory.
I don't
One of
know
those
what.
bands.
I don't know. But I mean, they would fit in that. But I
Oh
don't
yeah, they
think
were definitely in that.
I don't think
MySpace
they
list,
were
yeah.
on like that, like a Rise or a Victory. But
I thought they were like
Were they like
Razor
Crimson
Tide.
Armada times? Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
For Today.
yeah. I mean, they're super fucking riffy, but hey, Jesus.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
what yeah. Or Plea for Purging.
Yeah, Plea for Purging. Yeah.
Shout
All that
out,
stuff.
like a Nashville shit, baby.
Onward to Olympus is amazing.
I was at a Me Without You show as their last tour, and I saw Andy Atkins just running around.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, that's cool as fuck.
God damn, I was just listening to a lot of their older albums a few weeks ago.
How long have you
That's
been
why.
podcasting for?
Since 2021, we kind of fought it over during the height of COVID there too in 2020, and then officially started in February 2021 with a friend of mine out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Nice.
Ah,
Nice.
Plus the birth of All Music Matters and that. So
Yeah. That's pretty sick. You just kind of just wanted to jump into it, like.
well, I went to college with him, so
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I just hit him up and figured it was a good place to start.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a question. What made you want to choose us?
Well, to be honest, I first off blame the logo there too, because I'm going to say that was. Anytime I see logos like that, I'm always making the joke of like they just took a mustard bottle and then just like squirted it all over the place.
That's how you do it.
Because I was like,
well, that's how we did it. Yeah.
based behind that, because we had the original. Yeah.
However it lands, bud.
Well, in our case, it's cum, not mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man mustard.
Custard.
So we had the original logo. It's
Oh, he
also-
made it funny.
yeah, it's like, you made candy.
Lucy.
Hello. Yeah, so the original was like spelled out and shit, and I was like, maybe we won't get on a lot of shows if people can read the logo. So maybe just like I want it unreadable, but still like you can, if you really look hard, you can see some letters.
No, you
You're like, oh, it says TRU. It's like that might be correct up. So like I wanted it to be unreadable so we can get on more shows. I don't think it would have mattered. Surprisingly, more people want us to be there because of our name than anything.
Can't imagine.
But I wanted an unreadable logo because it looks cooler.
Yeah.
And it's fun for people to try to.
It's more of a symbol than a logo.
Yeah.
That's like-
Yeah, I
They
just
should know
wanted,
that you are a metal band whenever they can't make out your logo.
Yeah. You can see it, and they're like, oh, they probably have breakdowns and.
Our name is.
See what our embroidery hat looks like. God
Unless we-
damn.
switch me.
That's
I need a break.
a mess of fucking string.
I need a break. Hang on. Yeah, you get a flow of
That's
that
cool.
shit.
So you saw our logo and you're just like, I don't know what the fuck that says, but I want to talk to those guys. I'm gonna go
No, I would say on Facebook at least gives you the name beside it there too, and I figured like, what is that whole deal? So I was looking it up, and I'm always big into metal, so I was like, you know what, it's 50-50. Let's see what it's like.
Ooh,
So
I got another question. What's your favorite Truckstop Dickpill song?
Ooh.
Oh.
You don't have
Ooh.
one. No, I'm kidding.
Name 5 Dickpill songs.
Yeah, name 5 Dickpill songs.
I mean, I just studied briefly today. I did not sleep well last night, so I
Okay,
mean,
well, which one is your favorite?
I'll say the glory hole. I'll say the glory hole.
Alright.
Sick.
So-
Yeah, I like
That's
it.
my favorite one.
Cheap, easy.
Yeah. It wasn't too hard. Either way. Yeah.
Usually the newest one that's put out is.
Yeah, oh yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, yeah, it's a culmination of it.
I'm just messing. I'm just messing. I'm just
Josh.
jerking you.
Oh. Hey.
Prosper, my guy.
Think it's shower time, you know what I'm
See, you
saying?
got him on Winter Olympus. He's excited now.
Yeah, I was hyped. Dude. I didn't think anybody else knew of that fucking band, let alone still had their merchandise.
Like, where's the shirt?
Yeah.
That's right. You've had to have had that shirt for a handful of years now.
And you'd be correct. So
Yeah.
I had a good while, and I did like their mainly first 2 albums. I might have checked out the third one, but I think they only did like 3 or 4 albums, to be honest.
Yeah, I think there was like
after that.
3 total. The last album they put out where their drummer was actually singing wasn't too bad. It wasn't anywhere near as like the higher vocal range as some of their past stuff, but like Wolfjaw, that song fucks.
I want to say I saw them with the Chariot.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
Oh,
sense.
sure,
For
sure.
It was at Rocket Town.
Yeah.
I think it was like one of their last shows.
Yeah. God damn.
With the Chariot.
The Chariot Rocket.
Like I like you just based on you having that T-shirt. Like, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sick
That's
shirt.
sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we come to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's
You're drinking a PBR with us.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
throwback.
That's sick as fuck.
Hey, what's your go-to? Your go-to drinks? Both sides.
I'd say mostly apple cider whenever it's mostly socials. I don't drink at home, to be honest. So
Fair enough.
That's a good tactic. That's fine.
I'd say Angry Orchard the whole way.
Hey, there you go.
Not being green apple.
If you're ever in Knoxville, we got some damn good ciders here.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
breweries.
Yeah, we're all
Gypsy Circus is like
Brews.
all like cider brewers and a couple other ones. We got some pretty damn good ciders here.
Zoll's got some
Zoll
good
has a lot of
stuff.
ciders.
Yeah, I like the ciders and like sours and stuff. If I'm gonna be fancy with it.
What's your favorite non-alcoholic drink?
I think guilty pleasure chocolate milk.
Hell yeah!
What's your go-to? What's your go-to?
You're a Nesquicker?
Are you Hershey's?
You doing Hershey's?
You doing the
It's mainly that's the one you just get at the grocery store, to be honest.
True Moo?
No.
Are you doing the True Moo? You're going.
Not True Moo. It's not True Moo. I think it's United. It's United.
Nice.
Okay.
Now, do you have that with chicken nuggies?
The Dino ones, because that's what I like.
Yeah.
Not Dino. Not Dino. It's more your typical round woods, but
So it's the Tyson.
I do know
It's the
PB.
the Tyson bag.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
PB&J.
Yeah, if you don't get Tyson.
PB&J chalky milk? A little dip your PB&J right in the chalky milk?
Uncrustable wrap.
Oh,
man.
God.
Damn, we got to get some of that.
Uncrustable right in the chalky milk.
Right in the chalky milk, son.
Oh, man.
Dude, take me
Back
back
in time, put me in my fucking
Uncrustable.
E-Man PJ.
Good shit.
That's
Power Rangers PJ.
That's my fucking lunch, dude.
I wasn't alive for E-Man.
Oh, where's the milk?
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good
I'll have a whole.
Gaga.
Have a hole, please.
I want some milk.
The crunchies are cold.
You like
It's a
whole
drink
drink
for a simpler time, man.
I'm
dude
seeing the
said-
new band artwork written that.
My boy said chalky
Yeah.
There's something in there.
That's good
Oh,
shit.
yes.
That's good shit. Chalky milk's good shit.
Yeah, whole.
I guess. Was there anything else?
I think I'm good.
You got something there, Brandon? No?
Yeah.
What was your first job?
What?
Yeah,
What's your social security number?
No, but like, wait, now where'd you
What's
what
your
was
height
that?
and your mother's
Where's
Hey,
your-
hey.
It's interesting to know.
Shoe size.
Your first job was. Like the,
Well, it's a little bit tough because I actually did work in fast food, and there was a job I did with my uncle during the summers doing carpentry sort of work.
nice.
So-
Nice.
But I did work at a Burger King during one summer, which was not fun. So,
Call it Burger Thing.
The BK Royale.
but I am the Burger King.
PK Roy.
Yeah, with cheese.
That's McDonald's. That's McDonald's, man. What are you talking about? So,
Got all the soldiers McDonald's.
So I call McDonald's Whack Arnold's because of Dave Chappelle's joke. They call it Whack Arnold's.
We're gonna have the president's dinner tonight. We're gonna have a Big Macs.
BK
We got all the
Royale.
things.
Got all the things, all the fries, not the Big Macs.
Oh my god.
Not the Big Mac.
Not the Big Macs. The Big Macs.
Don't touch the McDouble.
We got plenty of Big Macs.
Do not touch the nuggets. Those are mine.
Right.
We got fish related. Anybody want fish?
anything else?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're just gonna start asking like random off the wall shit. And
You got to marry one, fuck one, kill one.
That's not a bad idea. They said we got like 4 questions. Well, 4 questions for like all of us, and we already asked like 30.
It was like that too. It was like,
It's like, oh no, now we're doing the interview. Like we're gonna figure out your whole shit.
This is meant to be a conversation sort of type right here, people. So, All right.
Now we're conducting the interview.
Now we're.
It's like
Mr. Interview Man.
all right, Mary, fuck, kill. John Stamos, Bob Saget,
Bill Nye.
Bill Nye.
Mary and Bill Nye. All right.
Yeah, you
I'm
got
fucking John Stamos.
Oh man, you have to.
I mean, yeah, that's the easy way out.
He's a great.
And I'm sorry, man. I gotta kill Saget. He's gotta get.
He's already dead.
He's already dead, so that counts, right? No, you know. No. Ooh, what if you gotta fuck Bob Saget? He's already dead. You
I
have
should
to.
have specified. It's John Stamos when he wore that fucking skull cap when his friend had cancer or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Instead of shaving his head, he actually wore like a skull cap.
He said, "Not the hair, bro."
You remember that? Yeah. When he did that. He was like, "Look, I'm bald too, man. It's okay." It's like, "No, you're not." Fucking asshole. That's who you're fucking. That's Stamos.
Sorry, man.
Sympathetic statement.
Whatever, man.
Simps,
I'm hitting it.
dude. Hey, you're fucking
Okay.
outside.
That's it. Yeah.
Fine, you decide who I fuck. Whatever.
We've taken it off the rails.
Yeah.
It's off the rails.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Always off the rails.
here's how we'll do the last question. Mikey, you could start, then we'll just go down the line. But here's how it goes. So, given the amount of negativity you kind of been seeing going on in the world these days, because of political and pretty much anything else you've seen, but these days people need some sort of hope in order to move forward with their lives. So, what would be your message of hope so people can move forward with their lives?
Okay.
This is awesome.
I would say that. Man, that's a good. It's a good one. That's a good one. I'm just trying to think of the proper words for it.
Think of like Miss America, like you're winning.
Well, yeah. No.
Repeat the question.
But I want to
Which
keep
you
it.
could win.
I want to keep it like
Exactly.
sweet, and simple to the point. So, like, in order to give hope, I think you would have to have hope. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Obama was the last.
believe
Yeah.
in the good in the world, and don't ever lose the hope that just because bad things are going on, that doesn't mean everything is without hope. I think in your modern communities and with your modern people, if you can build relationships between your neighbors and harbor a good house of hope, then you're able to spread that hope and with that happiness and just good vibes and things like that. So I guess baseline, be good to your neighbor. You never know what they're going through, but also be good to yourself. That way you can look at the situation as cup half full instead of cup half empty.
Very well said.
Solid. Very solid.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Shakespeare, so.
I didn't ask a thought-provoking question. I had to turn my brain on for a second.
I always consider life to be built in like moments. So like I'm a very in the moment person. It can get very depressing. Once the moments are over, you're like, what now? Like I'm just kind of here. So over time, when hopefully you think about things more and those moments, that's what's going to carry you. Like those small little tiny things. It's not the big picture. It's not your future. It's not any of this shit. Like that's all stuff you're going to figure out. You're going to get it done. It's all about having those memories, those little moments, you know, like this here, like it's, even if you don't remember a lot of it because PBR, but if, you know, you have those little moments where like you're living in the now and like what's going on right here, not thinking about what's going on in other parts of the world, which people are going to make you feel selfish for that, and fuck those people, because those people, they don't have those moments. They're trying to make them out of nothing. You just have to live, like the true essence of life is just those moments just happen. You have to appreciate them while they're there, because we're not all going to be here. Shit does, like the world does suck outside of it, like everything else going on.
So
like,
you would say
obviously,
carpe diem.
carpe diem.
Yeah.
Seize the card.
Seize the car.
Carpe these nuts.
Yeah, yeah. Just live in the now, live in the moment, and enjoy it. And like it could be, everything's up and down, but those moments are like the things that are going to carry you in the worst times. Like you can be like, you know, remember that time where like this and that, like, and it'll immediately you snap out of whatever's going on. It puts a little smile on your face, you know. for us getting to do what we're doing now, just like the fact that anybody wants to interview us at all, and we have a dick joke band, but like we are decent at our music. It's truly like a crazy thing, and every bit of this that we've been doing is just living in the moment, having a good time, not worrying about the outside world. And then whenever we play live, it's the same thing. It's like, yeah, I could preach, I could talk about stuff. There's a lot that I would like to say with the platform that we have, but I want to be that band that just drains that out, and just people can live in the moment with us and be like, man, that show was crazy. They were hilarious. They had a great time. Yeah, like that's what I want. And other people can do what they want to do. I'm not judging that. And I respect when people use their platform to say things they need to say. That's good. And, for people and community. But
I think we're a break.
Yeah, I like being the
We're a vacation.
Yeah. We want to be the break. We want to be that
Definitely
30 minutes of just
A
bad
break
shit.
in the action. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's all.
I prefer that than being.
That's all really for me. Live in the moment, because those are the most valuable times. Even if the moment's like 30 minutes to an hour, or less.
Yeah.
Like,
We live for that. We wait for that all day.
yeah. So just live
Build
with
up to
that.
that.
It's the most important part of your day, of your life. It's just those little moments sprinkled in throughout all the bullshit. Those are the times that matter the most.
True.
Heard that.
Hope.
Yeah, he kind of, pretty much with Corey, also, that was pretty much what I was going to say, because, with the losses that we've endured too, with people that are close to us, you never know when that's going to be your last. So what's going on with the world and things of that nature, I just try to tune that out, and I try to make the most of my time with my friends
Focus on
and
what you
people that
can
are close to
control.
me. Yeah, and just
Focus on what you can control.
and just have a good time, man. Literally, because you literally never know, man. Like the last time I saw Toby, I didn't think that was going to be the last time I was going to see him.
Yeah, for sure.
None of us did.
Yeah.
And you start to realize that all these worldly matters, that only matters if you were dealing with that certain situation, you were in that position.
Hell, only 3 days prior, we were all
There's
done.
nothing that we can do.
Yeah.
All we can do is try to make your experience fun and our experience fun, and everybody just be happy together for a split second. Let me get you out of the bullshit for a minute.
Slam United, baby.
Hell yeah.
Life is fucking precious.
But
man.
if you want to talk to us about worldly shit, then we'll have that conversation. We'll gladly talk to you about whatever, But if we're performing, we just want to be that good time. Because people need that.
Yeah.
People can only really come together when
Oh yeah.
you shut all the other bullshit out and you can just hone in on like a good time.
Yeah.
Brandon.
Oh yeah, I mean, music is an escape for people. I mean, like you said, about with Kobe and everything. I mean, you both basically encompass exactly what I was going to say. And on top of that, just having Toby gone too. I mean, it was only 3 days before that happened that we were on the phone, and me and my girlfriend were trying to help him take a shit.
Yeah. He was constipated as fuck. We were like talking him out, pushing the out. Like,
It was me and Ryan's like, just do something. And he was like, I can't. It was the funniest shit.
he took all his clothes off. He's like, I do this now.
That's what I'm trying to get Burf in there, to be honest.
Yeah,
Not even gonna sound like.
He. Yeah, but it was like, that's like the last memory I have of Toby, and it's actually awesome because all that, you know what I mean? But that to me is going back to Hope and stuff like that. I mean, everyone, nature nurture kind of situation, is everyone innately bad or is everyone innately good or is there a mix? I think when it really comes down to it, music is one of those things I don't want to mix politics and music. There's certain bands that do that and they thrive off that. Rage Against the Machine.
I mean, metal is,
It is.
like, it's a great platform for it. And I think it is a good thing.
Yeah. They're definitely good in
But
certain
we're a
aspects.
Truckstop
But we're not that.
We don't have anything important.
We're here about boners, pills.
We're here to put you in a world where you can just laugh for 30 minutes and just be like this. But
Have fun
also
with
when the
us.
music's going on, you're fucking hitting
You're like,
your
I can't
friends.
believe this is about dick.
You're
What
hitting
is
your
this?
friends. You're spin kicking.
Thanks for coming out here and kicking your friends in the face.
Yeah.
Crowd killing. Once the music hits, it's like a whole nother thing.
America's a great place. It's the only place you can go where you can hit 15-year-olds in the face. Like, and it's okay.
Pick them back up.
It's okay.
Pick them
It's
back
cool.
up.
Is that a
Yeah,
Beirut?
you know, you can be 35 and you're in the
Hit them with
bed.
kindness, because if you start fights, you know,
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it's always an
You gotta
accident.
Be cordial in the pit. Pick people.
yeah,
No dick in the pits. No dick in the pits.
these are your friends. You know, even if they're a stranger, you make a friend by punching them, and you don't do it out of hate.
No, you do it with love.
Love.
Leave all the bullshit outside. We all know what's going on with everything. We all have our opinions. We all have our, you know,
Doubts or
whatever.
Everyone's got their own shake on it.
But yeah, it doesn't, like, that's for another thing. When it comes down to it, we're just a dick joke named slam band that you know, is actually pretty good. So.
Yeah.
We're just gonna get
Hey,
shout out PBR. Bring us up again, please.
and football fiction from earlier. Spoke like a bunch of true prodigies. Yeah. So, boys, we reached the end of my podcast right here, boy. Actually, yeah, we talked a good. If we're counting from earlier, the two, it's like a good 2.5 hours right now here too. So we made a damn movie out of this.
You're gonna have to do. 'Cause I know
Yeah, that part. But
when
it
I
was,
do interviews this long, or when I used to, like, I was like, man, that was great. But then I'm like, oh, fuck, it's gonna take me so goddamn long. Put all this together now.
no, this is awesome,
But
man.
yeah, I appreciate you reaching out to us and you know, sticking with us. And yeah, like, seriously, thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
We'll see you in Pittsburgh soon.
No, for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna come
At some
up.
point. So
Yeah,
Well,
like I said,
I was gonna say, no metal band gets left behind. So that's my motto.
damn
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir.
Keep fucking slamming the skins to that damn bolt there. That's it.
Yeah, dude. Definitely do
That
that.
fucking rules. That Bucky vs. Beatdown is out everywhere.
Yeah.
Going on tour July 5th through the 16th. Then we come back to Knoxville on 19th. We got some more stuff cooking. We haven't had announced yet, but it's coming. We'll have new music in the very near future. That's pretty much it for us. We got, you know, we're just having a good time. That's what it's all about. So
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
spread the seed and the word.
And just real quick for the audience, what social media and streaming platforms you guys on, so you can check out and interact?
We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, we're even on X. So most of it is just at Truckstop Dickpill TN. Some of it they don't let us put dick. So I think the only one that did that was I don't even know which one. But on our Instagram is our main thing we use, and TikTok. So at Truckstop Dickpill TN, and then we have our link tree on there. It has all of our merch, our tour dates, our videos, everything, all our other social media links, Bandcamp, Big Cartel, so truckstopdickpill.bigcartel.com. We got some merch on there. We'll have some more stuff after tour.
Through Far From Hollywood.
Yeah, Far From Hollywood Records. We got some exclusive merch on there. RCM patches, Gore Wizard. We've got some more stuff in the works. So, was it on Sleazy Productions doing our CDs? We'll put that. We'll post all that. But yeah, that's Instagram is the main one that we usually talk on. Facebook, obviously, you reach out to us on there, so we do use it occasionally. But good thing with Meta is that it's all kind of linked together, so we try to keep all of it in one thing. So yeah, check us out. We appreciate you having us on again, and yeah, we look forward to more of the expansion of the Dickpill.
The Dick Universe.
Ah, yes.
The Dickiverse.
Now available at all pharmaceutical companies.
The truck stop near you.
They're full of drugs.
Okay. But we have to close it out like this. So, everyone, and just kind of go back to my notes right here. I'm going to fill you in. We got the band Truckstop Dickpill on. We had Crack, Mikey, Ronnie, and Masto. They're all part of the group right here, too. Out of Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, to be more exact. So, go hit them on socials. All streaming platforms, everything here, too. Catch these boys out on the road as they go kick some ass and, should we say, legally distribute dick pills to all their fans everywhere.
We don't got that kind of budget.
Yeah.
When we called
I said what budget? We just bring it in from China or something.
The China.
So I don't want to
But
give our any like
I'd
gyms
say-
fucking dick pills or anything, but
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
But on a serious note, go support these guys. They're going to be touring here pretty soon, as well as coming back to Knoxville at some point, as well as releasing some new material at some point. So keep your eyes open for that. So, boys, I want to thank you again so much again for coming on here. I had a great
Thank
time and everything, too. So, y'all stay safe because you know it is pretty fucked up out there. Rock on.
Rock on.
And just take a quick pose, close it out. Stay tuned, y'all.
Later, bro.